11-2 overall, taking on the UHH Vulcans, 3-1 in conference, and 7-4 on the 2021-2022 season. We welcome you courtside to what is again, empty Vulcan Civic Auditorium. No attendance once again for the month of January. And we bring you matinee basketball in a game that was supposed to be played 6 days ago, but because of COVID-19 protocols, this game was moved. So Biola was supposed to start their Hawaii road trip here and then move on to Hawaii Pacific University and on to Chaminade. That all changed. They end up wrapping up their road trip here and then heading on home back to California. We'll get to the men's matchup in a moment, but first, the news of the day came on the women's side. We were supposed to have a women's game at noon today between these two teams, a game that once again was supposed to have happened last Tuesday, but because of COVID-19 health and safety protocols, that game was moved initially to today. But because of health and safety protocols, that game will not happen and has been, as of right now, postponed. There has been no makeup date yet for that game, but again, we can tell you the women's matchup, which was supposed to happen at noon today, is not going to happen today. That's why we're here for you for one game, which is the men's matchup here between Hawaii Hilo and Biola. The Eagles, with the Pac West Conference Player of the Week, which was just announced today, Chris Rossow, the redshirt senior guard, is averaging right now on this Hawaii trip 32.5 points per game, 5 assists, and just under 5 boards per game. He is second in the conference in assists and has been doing it all as Biola is 2-0 on its Hawaii swing. They're coming off of a 77-68 win at Chaminade, in which Rossow scored 33 points, knocked down 7 trays, and was 12 of 24 from the field. But it hasn't just been Rossow who has been the key for Biola here in this Hawaii stretch. Alex Wright has played well as well. These are their two top scorers. Rossow averaging just under 17 a game. Wright averaging just under 16. Wright is averaging 19 and 5 during this Hawaii trip. As we mentioned, Biola is 2-0 on this swing. It was supposed to start here. It ended up starting at the Shark Tank in Manoa as Biola beat Hawaii Pacific 90-82 and then defeated Chaminade 2 nights later 77-68. UHH is on a 3-game winning streak, as are the Eagles, and coming off of an 85-78 win against Holy Names University back on Thursday, as the Vulcans did well from the free throw line when they got there 27 times, made 22 of those 27 attempts, shot just over 44% from the floor, and had 4 players in double digits, including Aniwa Tate-Jones, who had 22 points and 13 rebounds in a steady effort for this team that had been off for several weeks because of COVID-19 protocols. Got off to a hot start against Holy Names University. The Hawks fought back in it, in fact, took the lead several times in the second half, but the Vulcans went on a flurry toward the end and were able to close out the win over Holy Names. So the conference standings coming into today, and this is the only game on the schedule in the Pac West. Biola is at the top of the conference with its 5-1 mark. So is Academy of Art. Hawaii Hilo and Azusa Pacific are both at 3-1 in a tie for third place. So a Hawaii Hilo win would get the Vulcans into sole possession of third place. A Biola win would push it into sole possession of the top spot of the conference. And the way these games have been playing out, we never know with postponements, potential no contests in the conference. And we mentioned this back on Thursday. In the conference, you go by winning percentage because it's likely no one will have an equal amount of games played in conference. So every game becomes magnified just a little bit more. And when you've got a home game like the Vulcans have here this afternoon, it is certainly magnified to try to take care of home court. And the Vulcans have done that. Under Kaniela Iona, UHH is 12-1 on its home floor in the past 2 seasons, whether that has been here at the Vulcan Civic Auditorium or that has been on campus at the University of Hawaii at Hilo Gymnasium. But Biola on the road is just as tough. 5-3 on the road. And actually, if you include neutral site games, let me just tell you this year alone, Biola is 5-1 in road or neutral site games here in 2021 and 2022. Our Vulcan pregame show is brought to you by Team Moran of Hilo Brokers, Realtor Broker license number RB16215, your home team for Hilo Real Estate. When we come back, we'll tell you what you need to know leading into this afternoon's matinee between Hawaii Hilo and Biola. You're listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Business Insurance Services is proud to support our UH Hilo Vulcans. Joe Marsh, independent agent at Business Insurance Services. He is a former Vulcan basketball player and a proud Vulcan booster, specializing in all lines of insurances for your business and able to answer any questions you might have. Let him provide solutions. Call Joe Marsh direct, 935-1865. Joe Marsh at Business Insurance Services. Go Vulcans! Hilo Brokers is your home team for real estate here on Hawaii Island and a proud supporter of Vulcan Athletics. Let Hilo Brokers help you find that unique piece of Big Island paradise. Hilo Brokers is a family-owned local brokerage. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, contact Kona Moran and the Hilo Brokers team by email at hilobrokers@gmail.com or visit them online at hilobrokers.com. Kona Moran, license number RB22314, Hilo Brokers, license number 16215.
We welcome you back to the Vulcan pregame show ahead of Biola and UH Hilo. Yes, it is a matinee game, but boy, is it oh so critical for both of these teams, especially UH Hilo on its home floor, to pick up a key conference win. One piece of news for the Vulcans this afternoon is Ethan Jeter is back. We don't know if he is in the starting lineup. We'll learn that coming up closer to tip. Jeter missed Thursday's game against Holy Names University. He has been kind of a mainstay in the lineup when UH Hilo has needed some physical front court play. One thing about Jeter is he can get into foul trouble occasionally. In fact, he has fouled out 3 times this season. But credit UH Hilo on Thursday. We saw Jamie Strong in the starting lineup step up in his absence. We saw a little bit more of Eric Borg, who saw a number of minutes in the rotation. But you also saw the rebounding ability from Aniwa Tate Jones, who picked up the double-double on Thursday. He is second in the conference in rebounds per game, averaging 8. He is 4th in the conference in scoring, averaging just over 17 a night. And we're going to see 2 very different rebounding type of teams. UH Hilo did fairly well on the boards on Thursday, but here's what you need to know about the rebounding numbers coming into tonight. UH Hilo is last in the conference in rebounds allowed per game. Biola is tops in the conference in rebounds allowed per game. It is a 6 rebound difference. Biola averages 42 rebounds per game. That is the best in the Pac-West Conference. UH Hilo averages about 35. And the Eagles are definitely a much more of a front court oriented team, even though Rossal and Wright are certainly guard oriented scorers. But Wright in his right averages just under 16 points per game, but averages just about 7 rebounds per game, which is second in the conference. Maximo Milovic is 4th in the conference in rebounds, averages 7.6. So rebounding may become one of the critical stories tonight, just because Biola has been so good on the boards all year long with an average margin of rebounding 42 to 31. That's a difference of about 11 per night. And on this Hawaii trip, Biola has out-rebounded both Hawaii Pacific and Chaminade, 35 to 33 against the Sharks and 39 to 38 against the Silver Swords. That could very well be what determines tonight's game. But also for UH Hilo defensively, how do you slow down Chris Rossal, who is the leader on this team in points, assists, and steals, and as we mentioned, is the Pac-West Conference Player of the Week. UH Hilo does give up quite a bit of points per game, 3rd to last in the conference in points per game allowed, which is just under 76. Biola, by the way, averages about 78. But Rossal has been a prolific scorer on this Hawaii trip. And we will certainly see if UH Hilo defensively, well, first off, who's going to get the assignment on Rossal? Would it be someone like, for example, could it be Cooter? Could it be Donald McHenry? We'll find out. Also, UH Hilo needs to keep Darren Williams in the game. He was in foul trouble. That was definitely limiting for him on Thursday. But credit Cameron Ng, who came off the bench because of the foul situation that Darren Williams was in, and Ng ended up with 12 points off the bench and put together 5 rebounds as well. This has been your Vulcan pregame show, brought to you by Team Moran of Hilo Brokers, Realtor Broker license number RB16215, your home team for Hilo Real Estate. Hilo Brokers was founded in 1992 with the focus of providing excellent results for their clients, whether they are buying or selling. Team Moran, we look forward to helping you. It is, as we mentioned, it is a quiet afternoon, no attendance for the rest of the month, so it's you, it's me, and it's basketball coming up in just a moment between UH Hilo and Biola. We'll have tip coming up in just a moment. You are listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Catherine Manolani Malu Rocha, and I am a graduate at Konawaina High School. Thank you, HFS, for this scholarship opportunity. College is really expensive, and this HFS scholarship will help me achieve my goals by making me strive harder and work more efficiently. I will use this scholarship to help me with tuition, book fees, and to further my education.
Let HFS help you achieve your academic goals. The HFS FCU Scholarship Program is now accepting applications for Big Island High School seniors and current college students, with 10 $2,500 scholarships available. Applications are now online. And hurry, applications close February 28th. For more information, give us a call at 800-216-2666 or go online to hfsfcu.org. Must be a member to apply. HFS Federal Credit Union, where caring counts. Federally insured by NCUA.
And the national anthem in Hawaii Pono'i played here at the Fukushima Civic Auditorium. Lineups in a moment. First, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
670 AM KPUA Hilo and 98.5 FM K253CR Hilo, your news, sports, and information source.
Josh Pacheco with you here in the Fukushima Civic Auditorium. Normally a site where during the week you have COVID-19 testing that is usually taking place here right now. That's not happening here. It is actually happening next door, if you're wondering, from noon to 7 o'clock. So actually underway right now. It's happening at the tennis stadium, actually right next door. So right next door here in the complex. I believe it's actually near the baseball field. But either way, testing going on there, not here on site. Let's give you the starting lineups. Biola in red, numbers and letters in black, with black and white trimming on the sides. Their head coach, Dr. Dave Holmquist, is the dean of coaching in the Pac West Conference, now in his 42nd season. The Starting five on the floor for Biola. At guard, you've got Chris Rossow, the 5'9" redshirt senior from Freeport, Texas, is joined by redshirt junior Alex Wright from Riverside, California. And Witten Dominguez, who has started every game in the last 2 seasons. Dominguez, a redshirt junior from Valencia, California. The front court includes Michael Bagaturian. He is a 6'7" redshirt senior from Irvine, California, and Jesse Elrod, the redshirt senior from Pasadena, California. Back to Dr. Holmquist, by the way, 42 seasons at Biola, 1,013 wins and 410 losses. And this is not his only gig within Pac-West Conference schools. He also coached a couple of years at Fresno Pacific. Hawaii Hilo's lineup, the same as what we saw on Thursday. The backcourt of 5'8" guard Darren Williams from Rancho Cucamonga, California, and 6'1" freshman guard Donald McHenry. Also, we'll see Max Coonert, the freshman guard from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at 6'4". Up front, Jamie Strong makes his second consecutive start, the senior from Glendora, California, and Aniwa Tate Jones, the COVID freshman from Wellington, New Zealand, at 6 feet 6 inches tall. It will be Tate Jones to tip it up against Bagatore, or check that against Jesse Elrod, and we're underway as Biola will control it from right to left on your device as Rossow's got the run on the first possession, finds Bagatore at the angle right and hands it to Alex Wright. Terminates his dribble, looking to get it to someone. He ends up finding Bagatore far sideline. Handoff back to right, penetrates in the lane, spins on Coonert, turns around, goes up and around Coonert and misses the underhanded lane. Rebound to Aniwa Tate Jones. Brings it up to the top of the arc, underhands it out for Darren Williams. Off the Tate Jones screen, hard drive, Euro step, right to left, zigzagging to the paint. And Williams scores to get UH Hilo on the board. It is 2-0. 40 seconds into half number one, and then a steal on the full court press. Coonert comes up with a steal, finds Williams across the lane. He drops it in. It's a 4-0 start. UH Hilo likes to play with good pace, and that's not just on the offensive end, but it is on the defensive side as well with the full court pressure. Near side, Dominguez penetrates inside the arc left, out to the wing in Bagatore, and back up top, Elrod throws it away. Was looking for right toward the far sideline, and he rushed his pass. 4-0 UH Hilo start, 18:56 remaining in half number one. Williams walking the ball up the floor, Vulcans in home white. Numbers in red, Vulcans across the front of the chest in black. Black and red around the sides of the Under Armour jerseys. Strong to the right side wing, Coonert. Now finds the baseline, Tate Jones. Squares up on Bagatore, now back to the basket. Leaning in on him, one hands it back out to Strong. Takes a dribble, a right wing three. That's off the front rim. Williams runs in for the offensive rebound and a fresh 20. Back out to Strong, left angle McHenry. Drives in the lane, gets around right. And gets to the cup and scores, and a near turnover again as Coonert knocks down the inbound pass. It will be Biola possession still at the baseline with 18:22 remaining in half number one. It's been a strong start here for UH Hilo defensively, nearly forcing a second turnover on the full court pressure. High left is Rossow. Works off the screen from Elrod. Penetrates in the paint, kicks left away. Three, that's around and out. Rebound fought for in the lane, and a foul on Strong as Dominguez was going up for the board. Strong's first. His issue on that play, he didn't box out. Dominguez was flying in, and Strong was late to react. Inbound coming in, Dominguez bounce pass right corner, Bagatore. Dribbles to the wing, now backs down Strong. Has a size mismatch, kicks out for right, back in again, Bagatore. Leaning in, Williams trying to bring help. Nearly pokes it away. Bagatore fading mid-range two, no good. Strong tracks down the rebound far baseline. Outlet to the near side, and McHenry with 17:45 to go first half. McHenry, step back, right wing, three, got it. 5 for McHenry. Williams, they're going to call that a long two, I beg your pardon. And it is 8-0. Vulcans off to a strong start with 17:35 left in the half. Biola breaks the full court pressure. Out right wing, Dominguez penetrates in the paint. Kicks to the near side, high and right. Works off the Bagatore pick. Kicks it back to him. Out angle left. Now right side, a drive. High off the glass. Lay in good for Luke Howard. And he draws the foul. Or check that. That is Rossow, I beg your pardon. He gets the lay in. Foul called on Coonert. And free throws for Rossow coming up. 8-2 your score. 17:22 remaining in half number one. As we mentioned, Rossow named the Pac West Player of the Week earlier today. as his free throw is good. Averaging 32.5 points per game in this Hawaii trip. 8-3. UH Hilo up front. 17-15 remaining in half number one. Chest pass high post right side for McHenry. Ball comes free. Taken by Tate Jones. Tons of contact inside the arc. And a whistle against the Eagles. Goes against Elrod, which is his first. Kind of a dangerous place to put that pass. Right at the right elbow with a number of Eagles around the area. As McHenry will inbound. To our right at the sideline, gets it in for Williams. Uses a strong pick, a second one from Tate Jones. Hard drive left to the lane, goes behind the back, turns in the paint, fading 14-footer, that's good. Darren Williams has 6 to start, and it's 10-3 UH Hilo. 16:56 to play in the first half. Rosal across the timeline, picked up by Cooner. Crossover dribble, good help on Strong. Coming out to guard him. Up top, Bagatorian moves right wing to right. Back up top, Bagatorian. Overhead skip pass, left side corner to Dominguez. Gets inside the arc, drives. Dominguez stripped out, but a foul will be called on McHenry, who was reacting from the backside of Dominguez. And McHenry picks up his first foul. That is the team's third on UH Hilo. Witten Dominguez has started every game dating back to last season. And the first of 2 free throws. High arc on it. It's good. First point of the afternoon for Dominguez. 10-4. Biola trailing. 16:38 remaining in the opening half. Second free throw off the front iron. Rolls softly in. It's now 10-5. Williams jogging forward. Right-handed dribble against Rosal. Moves it up top to Strong. Back out high left, Williams. Hard dribble to the free throw line, steps back, Rosal stays in front of him. Up top to Tate Jones, fakes the dribble weave, now gets toward the baseline right. Step back 17-footer from the wing, off the short side of the rim. Rebound taken by Alex Wright. And he'll bring it ahead off of Rosal's pass. Wright dribbles to the wing, tries to go baseline, runs right into Cooner, who falls to the floor. Bagatorian to the wing. Looking in for Wright. Cooner now fronting him. Bagatorian drives, spins, steps back at the elbow. 15-footer, no good. Tate Jones comes up with another rebound. Under 16 to go in the first half. Tate Jones stops his dribble at the arc, passes left wing Williams with the dribble against Rosal. NBA range 3 away. It is off the right side of the iron. Rebound for Bagatorian. That was kind of one of those heat check shots because Williams has shot well so far to start the game. Rosal gets by Williams in the lane, floating right hand 2 off the right side of the rim. Tate Jones with yet another rebound. 15.5 minutes left in half number one. Tate Jones, hard drive inside the paint, nearly ripped out of his hands. Finds Strong out high right. Now to McHenry. Crossover, gets Rodriguez stumbling on the floor. The 3 is around the rim and out. Rebound for Wright. He had the ankles of Dominguez all twisted up in knots, but he couldn't get the 3 to drop. Wright, hard drive on Cooner. Stops his progress at the baseline. Out right for Bagatorian, and again for Wright. Sees Cooner, the shorter defender, backs him down at the low block, turns in the paint, right-handed 2 is well short. Loose ball in the paint, it ends up in Cooner's hands. 3-on-3 the other way, he slows into the front court. 14:55 here in the half. An extended run here as Williams off the dribble, left of the lane, leaning in on Rosal and draws the reach in. Rosal's first, a timeout here. 14:50 remaining in the first half. UH Hilo's got a 10-5 lead on Biola. You're listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
How's it, Hawaii Island? Pat here from Iona Car Sales to talk cars and Vulcan basketball. Both your UH Hilo women's and men's teams are red hot and riding winning streaks heading to the halfway point of their seasons. Fun times for Vulcan fans. Hopefully fans can be allowed back in attendance soon. But in the meantime, cheer on the Vols right here on KPUA, proudly sponsored by Iona Car Sales. Also, come check us out for all your automotive needs. We've got sales, service, and rentals, as always, and we're looking to buy cars too. Iona Car Sales, proud sponsor of Vulcan Athletics. Aloha.
Hey you, get on the cloud. Netcom is the local leader in cloud voice and data services. Worldwide calling plans and data backups with secure sharing capabilities are a key element in today's high society. Call Netcom today at 808-930-3800 or visit us online at netcomcloud.com. Technology connects our world. Get connected. Get on the Netcom cloud.
A solid start for UH Hilo, a 10-5 lead. 14 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. And while you look at Darren Williams' numbers so far, and they've got him for 8 points. I have him for 6, but either way, you look at Williams' start, look on the other end, a lot of the dirty work right now being done by Aniwa Tate Jones. He doesn't have a point so far, but Tate Jones does have 3 rebounds, 6 of the UH-Hilo rebounds so far, out-rebounding Biola 6-4 as Darren Williams heads to the free throw line and will shoot 2. First for Williams, that's short. So they've got him for 8. They have McHenry with 2 to clean up the box score. Second one for Williams, that is around and in as that spins home. 9 for Williams, and it's 11-5. 14:48 remaining in the opening 20. You'll be right running the point with Rosal, Bagatorian, high post left, Maximo Milovic, who's in the game, and working off a screen right, Kevin Stone. Picked up by McHenry, lobs to the mid-post right side, Bagatorian against Ethan Jetter, who's into the game for the first time. Out for Rosal, his 3 at the right wing. Kind of rushed out of his hands, but he still knocks it down at the right angle and puts the 3 in the eye as Rosal's got 6 points and gets the Eagles within 3. Hard drive, Williams skips to the right corner. Cooner to the wing. McHenry 3, short. And a reach-in over the back foul is going to go against Milovic as Jetter boxed him out, and Milovic was trying to reach around his right shoulder and kind of bent him over a little bit. Milovic's first foul. 14:15 remaining in the half. Inbound, far corner, Cooner, and the angle left Jetter. Now top of the arc, Donald McHenry. Reverses course, left Williams. Defender Rosal overplays. Up top, McHenry. Fakes a pass. Kicks underneath. Williams left open. He misses the lay-in underneath as Wright reacted on the help. But Wright got him on the upper part of the body and is called for his first foul. So Williams back to the free throw line on a nice McHenry dish. Williams, 4th in the conference in free throw percentage, just under 85%. And he knocks down the first one. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line and has 10 points so far as Cameron Ing enters the game for Donald McHenry. Ing had a solid showing off of the bench on Thursday against Holy Names. 12 points, 5 rebounds. McHenry hits the second, or check that, Williams hits the second. 2 of 2 from the line there, and it's 13-8. 14 minutes remaining in half number 1. Wright will run the point for Biola on this possession to the near wing, Kevin Stone. Brings it out to the angle left, and Milovic dribbles right, finds right. Dribbles in the lane, drives in the paint, leans into Jetter, draws the blocking foul, and the basket's good. Jetter reacting late on the help defense. And Wright played into the contact, was able to drop it home off the rim. And Alex Wright will try to complete the 3-point play. Wright has been a consistent scorer here for Biola as of late. 6 straight double-digit scoring games for the redshirt junior from Riverside, California, but he misses the free throw. Ing goes up and tips the rebound away from Milovic. 13-10 UH-Hilo, 13:42 remaining in a turning first half clock. Ing, chest pass, right side angle, Williams behind the back dribble against Rosal. Now slings a pass to the low block, and Jetter backing down Milovic, draws help, kicks out for Cooter. Way deep for 3, high left side, no good. And Milovic could box out on the rebound and gives it up to Rosal, who will bring it ahead. Williams picks him up. Rosal looks left to the corner, and Kevin Stone now inside. Bagatorian double team, looks inside the paint, finds Milovic, but he misses point blank short. Gets his own rebound, leaning in, triple teamed out for Wright. Rosal at the angle left, hard drive in the paint. Euro steps around the defender, but a 3-second violation will be called on Milovic, and that will give the ball to UH-Hilo. Milovic, his problem was he just stayed in the paint too long. After kicking the ball out with 3 defenders around him, he didn't move out of the painted area. That led to the turnover. 13-10 UH-Hilo. 7 minutes elapsed in the first half. Ing with the dribble high right. Now goes baseline. Drives, stops to the low block. Makes the fading pass and turns it over. Rosal takes it out of the air. Goes one-on-one. And it's blocked by Tate Jones. Loose ball, though, goes to Wright. He's able to finish. But what a recovery by Tate Jones. Had the block initially, but Wright was still there to challenge. 13-12 and get the lay-in to go. UH-Hilo by 1. Williams can't make it 4 as he misses the 3 straight away. Milovic has another rebound. Biola's gaining a little bit of steam here with 12.5 minutes remaining in the opening 20. High right side, Rosal gets the Milovic screen. Good help from Jetter. They lob it in the paint, though. Milovic bounce pass across the lane for Bagatorian, who scores. And Biola's got its first lead. 14-13 Eagles 12:15 remaining in the first half. So the game has kind of turned a little bit since McHenry's come out of the game. Williams step back, 24-footer. He's good. And the lead right back to UH Hilo as Darren Williams has 14 first half points. 16-14 Vulcans. Under 12 to go in half number one. Right off of a double screen inside the arc left. Throws it up top for Milovic and around the perimeter right for Rossau. Looks inside low block Bagatorian. Skip pass near side right. Extra pass left corner. Stone for three. That's short. Williams high up for the rebound. And he wants to push it ahead. Bounce pass left for Ing. Gets inside the arc. Drives and kicks right. Cooner takes a three at the wing and knocks it down. Cooner's first points. And the lead all of a sudden back up to 5. After UH Hilo lost it momentarily. A couple of threes go down, and the Vulcans turn the tide. 11:25 remaining in the first half. Rossau walking forward, uses Bagatorian soft screen right. Back up top to him, fakes the three, gets Tate Jones out of his reach. Back to Rossau, angle right three is good as he answers with a three of his own. His second three of the afternoon, he's got 9 points. And the Eagles are within 2. 19-17 UH Hilo. Williams off a screen. Kicks left wing. Another one for Cooner away. That's off the right side of the rim. Too strong. Rebound goes to Alex Wright. Under 11 to go first half. More extended play here between these two sides. Wright dribbling against Cooner to the baseline. Cut off. Kicks to the left corner. Extra pass Bagatorian. His three is short. Cooner will go up for the rebound and touches his pass out to Tate Jones. 3-on-2 running right. Tate Jones driving on Bagatorian. And we will get a jump ball. Bagatorian brought the arms down, had him on the ball as Tate Jones was going up. And the foul, or no foul, it is a held ball. Possession arrow will stay with UH Hilo. 10:40 remaining in the first half. It is 19-17. UH Hilo ahead of Biola. This is UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Hilo Brokers is your home team for real estate here on Hawaii Island and a proud supporter of Vulcan Athletics. Let Hilo Brokers help you find that unique piece of Big Island paradise. Hilo Brokers is a family-owned local brokerage. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, contact Kona Moran and the Hilo Brokers team by email at hilobrokers@gmail.com or visit them online at hilobrokers.com. Kona Moran, license number RB22314, Hilo Brokers, license number 16215.
Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket. Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket.
Anita, what are you doing?
I'm cheering for our Vulcan basketball team.
Most businesses just say something like, Lex Brody's Tire and Service Center wishes the Vulcan basketball team a successful season.
Yeah, but that's boring. Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket. Put it in for the win. Come on, Josh, say it with me.
Go Vulcans! Just be careful. No car wheels, okay?
10:40 remaining in the first half. It's been a seesaw last couple of minutes with the three ball flying on both sides, but it is UH Hilo currently holding a 19-17 advantage. And baseline out of bounds to the right side for the Vulcans and Cameron Ing with a box formation. Floats it in for Aniwa Tate Jones. Baseline left. One-on-one with his defender. Backs him down. Still working to back him in. Turns toward the baseline. Lost the dribble and loses it out of bounds. And the turnover gives the ball to Biola. Trailing by 2. 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Inbound goes into Kevin Stone. UH Hilo putting up full court pressure, showing a full court trap. Rossau gets by mid-court. Dribbles, gets to the right corner, and Stone brings it back out up top for Milovic and around the perimeter left angle right. Now low block. Jesse Elrod's back in the game. Backs on Jeter. Back up top to right. Dribbles inside the arc left. Throws it back to Elrod. Against Jeter again. Backing him in. A right-handed hook is good. And Elrod's got his first 2 points of the afternoon. And we are tied at 19 as we are halfway home in half number one. Cameron Ing will run the point here with Stephen Hubble on the floor. Jeter, Tate Jones, and Donald McHenry on the hardwood as well. Tate Jones, top of the arc. Dribble weave left McHenry. Fakes the three. Brings it back to Tate Jones. Free throw line extended. Hard drive against Milovic. Turns. Right-handed floater in the paint is good. And that's the first points for Aniwa Tate Jones. Puts UH Hilo back ahead with a 21-19 lead. 9:30 remaining in the first half. Milovic turns around left for Kevin Stone. Now floats it 15 feet away to Elrod. Back to the basket against Jeter. Hard contact with him. Leans, turns, fires the two. too strong. Tate Jones comes up with another rebound. Leaning in with Milovic to his left. Drives right by him, tried to split him, and Elrod loses the basketball. Biola's got numbers quickly with a 5-on-4. Right to the near side angle. Skip past right wing for Stone. Can't take the three. He drives instead, gets around Hubble and lays it in. Stone's first basket, we're even at 21. 8:57 remaining in the first half. Ing the other way, near side. Dribbling against Rossell. Pulls up at the free throw line. Contested 15-footer. Knocks it down. UH Elo back ahead. 23-21 with 8:40 remaining in the first half. Again, the pressure comes. Rossell with a bounce pass across midcourt. Finds right. Gives it back to the team's leading scorer, Rossell. Looking left, finds Elrod. Free throw line extended. Bounce pass into right against Hubble. That's a big mismatch size-wise. Turnaround from right is good at the left low block. Again, we're even at 23. 8:17 remaining in half number one. Ing walking forward between the circles against Rossell. Uses a jetter screen. Steps back. He'll take an angle right three and knocks that down. Looks like Cameron Ing has taken on the challenge of Rossell. And Rossell a little frustrated, like, what am I supposed to do? I got a hand right in his face on the last two shots, and he's still hitting him. 26-23, the other end right, trying to get space on Hubble. Chest pass near side for Stone and into the low block. Backing down Elrod against Jetter, almost lost it. Goes up, his left hand hooks off the side of the backboard. Jetter staying strong there at the low post defensively. Ing spins away on Rossell. Gets inside the arc, pull up 17-footer, knocks it down. 3 in a row for Ing. He's got 7 off the bench. Lead is 5. 28-23. And the former Rainbow Warrior who transferred over to UH Elo after last season, getting a little comfortable on the floor here. Rossell trying to drive by Ing, leans in, bounce pass for Elrod, floater at the baseline from 6 feet. Elrod one-hands it in. And that gets Biola within 3, 28-25 with 7:09 remaining in half number one. McHenry dribbling at the top of the arc. Crossover, drives in the paint. Underneath, goes into Tate Jones. Contested 2, misses. He didn't want to get foul, which he wanted. And up ahead comes Rossell. Slows down, lets everybody get back on the offensive side of the floor, right to left. Uses the Elrod screen, floats it back to him at the baseline. Skip pass knocked out of the air by Tate Jones, but right into Milovic's hands. Right, leans in, kicks right wing for Elrod, and a 3-second violation goes against Milovic, and that's the second time he's been called for that this afternoon. Timeout here with 6:42 remaining in the first half, and a 28-25 UH Elo lead on Biola. This is UH Elo basketball on KPUA.
Business Insurance Services is proud to support our UH Elo Vulcans. Joe Marsh, independent agent at Business Insurance Services, is a former Vulcan basketball player and a proud Vulcan booster. Specializing in all lines of insurances for your business and able to answer any questions you might have. Let him provide solutions. Call Joe Marsh direct, 935-1865. Joe Marsh at Business Insurance Services. Go Vulcans!
How's it, Hawaii Island? Pat here from Iona Car Sales to talk cars and Vulcan basketball. Both your UH Elo women's and men's teams are red hot and riding winning streaks heading to the halfway point of their seasons. Fun times for Vulcan fans. Hopefully fans can be allowed back in attendance soon. But in the meantime, cheer on the Vols right here on KPUA, proudly sponsored by Iona Car Sales. Also, come check us out for all your automotive needs. We've got sales, service, and rentals, as always, and we're looking to buy cars too. Iona Car Sales, proud sponsor of Vulcan Athletics. Aloha.
UH Elo holds a 28-25 lead on Biola. 6:42 remaining in the first half. The Eagles finishing up its Hawaii stretch, where they have won their previous 2 games against Hawaii Pacific and against Chaminade. UH Elo's got 2 more home games coming up against Academy of Art on Thursday and Dominican next week Monday, as Ing runs the point for UH Elo with Eric Borg in the game, works off of his screen, throws it up top to Peyton Grant. Dribble weave right for McHenry, inside the arc, driving left of the lane, high floating 2 off the glass, no good. Rebound loose, Borg can't keep it in bounds. It goes out of bounds, and it will be possession to Biola. Borg on the floor, Grant as well, with Cameron Ing, Kiai Apele seeing his first action, and McHenry, who is the lone starter on the floor for the Vulcans. 6:19 remaining in the half, 28-25. Rossell sends his pass to the right wing, and Stone Up top for Solomon Ruddle, who's into the game for the first time. Hard drive right. Rossau looks underneath, hesitating, faking is Bagatorian. And he's able to put it in along the right low post to get Biola within one. 28-27. 5:55 remaining in half number one. Ing uses the board screen, gets in the paint, floating right-handed too. It's an air ball from about 5 feet. Rebound for Stone as Bagatorian hits the deck. Rossau hurrying ahead, takes a three at the angle and hits it. And we'll get a stoppage on the right side as they will wipe up the floor where Stone went down. But Rossau now with 12 points, and the lead goes back to Biola. It is 30-28 with 5:43 remaining in half number one. That is now 6 consecutive double-digit scoring games for Rossau. The reigning conference player of the week. Ing, left wing for Borg, gives it back to Ing, works off the Borg pick, dribbles toward the baseline, hesitates, drives and kicks. McHenry wide open right side three. Misses short, Wright's got the rebound, and outlets it to Rossau. Eagles by 2, 5:21 remaining in the half. Rossau trying to drive by, turned on the Jets against Ing, who got him on the left side of the body, and is called for his first foul, as Darren Williams will give Ing a breather. And Ing played well in his time on the floor. What is that, about 8 minutes of action on the floor? 7 points, 3 of 3 shooting. As the inbound into Rossau, up top to Bagatorian. Gets it back to Rossau. McHenry thought about jumping the pass and decided at the last moment not to. Works off the Ruddle screen. Bounce pass left baseline, Bagatorian. Now he's going to back down Iapele. Help comes from Grant. They kick it out to right. Extra pass right wing. Dominguez for 3 is good. 5 for Dominguez, and Biola's lead is now 5. 33-28 with 4:55 remaining in the first half. Williams off the board pick in the lane with contact before his shot goes up. He draws the foul. That may be on Rossau. If it is, that is his second. And it's not. Yep, it is. They are going to give it to Rossau. That's 2 on him. A decision here for Dr. Dave Holmquist. Is he going to stay with him on the floor? As he looks over at his bench, points at Omari Maulana, and will bring him in. Maulana, the freshman from Tacoma, Washington, who's been scoreless in his last couple of games. They're going to tell him, you got to go to the scorers table to check in first. You can't just walk in off the bench. So now they've taken care of that. And Maulana will go back to guarding the inbounder Williams. Baseline to the right, far side of the floor, box formation as they float it into Borg. Gives it back to Williams, goes against the screen, throws it up top for Apele. Fakes the 3, drives and kicks to McHenry. 15 on the shot clock. McHenry hesitating in the lane to the right corner. Cooter triple try off the left side of the rim. Rebound tapped in the air and finds Dominguez. Pushes ahead with Apele on his hip. Finds Riddell. Nearly backcourt violation for Biola. Bagatorian finds Maulana, top of the arc right. Moves it to the wing, right side for Dominguez. Bounce pass goes into Ruddle. Ruddle against Borg. Here is a matchup of tall guys, 7-footer versus 6'10". Ruddle in the lane, left-hand lay-in goes. The 7-footer, Solomon Ruddle from Los Osos, California, gets the Biola lead to 7. It's the biggest it's been for the Eagles. 4:09 remaining first half. Williams step back, long 3 at the angle left is good. What a first half for Darren Williams. He's got 17, and UH Helos within 4, 35-31, 3:55 remaining in the first half. Right, walking forward, top of the arc, finds Bagatorian, moves it around right for Maulana. Gets inside the arc, will get a moving screen called against Bagatorian. That gives the ball back to UH Hilo. Timeout here, 3:48 remaining in the first half. It is the Eagles of Biola, one of the top teams in the conference, leading UH Hilo 35-31. You are listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Catherine Manolani Malu Rocha, and I am a graduate at UHH High School. Thank you, HFS, for this scholarship opportunity. College is really expensive, and this HFS scholarship will help me achieve my goals by making me strive harder and work more efficiently. I will use this scholarship to help me with tuition, book fees, and to further my education.
Let HFS help you achieve your academic goals. The HFS FCU Scholarship Program is now accepting applications for Big Island High School seniors and current college students with 10 $2,500 scholarships available. Applications are now online. And hurry, applications close February 28th. For more information, give us a call at 800-216-2666 or go online to hfsfcu.org. Must be a member to apply. HFS Federal Credit Union, where caring counts. Federally insured by NCUA.
35-31. Biola leading UH-Hilo. Leading scorers so far. Darren Williams has shot the ball very well. 17 points, 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 from outside the the 3-point border. For Biola on the other end, the Eagles are led by Chris Rossau's 12 points, is 4 of 6 from the floor, but is a perfect 3 of 3 from outside the 3-point line. Williams dribbling left, gets inside the arc, pulls back on Maulana, brings it up top for 3. That's strong, misses off the right rim, and we will get the ball, I think, went off the cabling, actually, off the 3-point shot. And it's going to be Biola basketball off the miss from Strong. 3:35 left in the half, and Alex Wright brings it across the timeline. Wright dribbling and driving on Williams, gets it to the near side. Dominguez, his pass knocked up in the air by McHenry, who then Dominguez grabs around the arm and is called for the foul. First foul on Dominguez, and that will put UH-Hilo in the bonus, as that is the 7th team foul against Biola. McHenry, 5th in the conference in scoring, averaging just over 16 a night. Had 14 against Holy Names back on Thursday. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is good. It's now 3 for McHenry. 35-32 Biola. One more for McHenry. That shot is good as well. 35-33. 3:25 remaining in the first half. Here's a 2-2-1 full court press put on by UH-Hilo. Dominguez, bounce pass for Wright. He'll get it across midcourt as UH-Hilo sags back into a man defense. Angle left to Bagatorian. Knocked out of his hands by Williams and taken by Tate Jones. 1-0 to the rim. He will lay it in. And I think he was halfway between thinking about dunking it and laying it in. By the time his hand got over the rim, he decided, I'll just drop it in the easy way. 35 all, 2:55 remaining in the half. UH-Hilo's defense leading to a couple of turnovers. McHenry loses his shoe, trying to put it back on mid-play defensively as Dominguez dribble penetrates left to the baseline, comes back out, finds Bagatorian, back up top to Maulana and around right to Wright. Knocked out of his hands by McHenry. A 3rd consecutive turnover. McHenry inside for Tate Jones. Lays it in, is fouled. Tate Jones had gotten sideswiped inside the paint. Bagatorian called for his 2nd foul, and the Vulcans are back ahead. 37-35, defense turning into offense here for the Vulcans in the last few possessions. Kind of a dangerous play. Bagatorian kind of turned his body hard into the Tate Jones's left side, and as he laid it in, went down to the ground on his side. He is okay. He's kind of walking it off a little bit. But Bagatorian had already left the floor before being substituted for by Maximo Milovic. But Bagatorian's got 2 fouls. Rossau's got 2 fouls. And Tate Jones, who's got 6 points to try to complete the 3-point play, he can't. Rebound for Kevin Stone. 2:34 remaining first half, 37-35. And another near turnover. Biola able to save it, but they got to hurry. Gets behind midcourt. A kick ball is called on UH-Hilo. And that saved what could have been a 4th consecutive turnover. As Maulana was on the floor. Ball was knocked out of his hands on the dribble. And a stoppage here. They're going to move the ball into the offensive side for Biola, where the ball was close enough to going down. Fortunate that ball kind of pulled free across. It was just in UH-Hilo's hands when the kick ball violation was called, barely grazing off a UH-Hilo foot. Rossau back in the game with 2 fouls, penetrates inside the wing, knocked out. Another turnover UH-Hilo creates. Kunert the other way, left side for Williams. Williams at the angle, left slows it down. Tate Jones for the inside of the wing left. Tate Jones driving, knocks his hands, recovers. Goes up difficult too, misses off the right side of the rim. It looked like Milovic brought his arms down. And indeed, Maximo Milovic picks up his second foul. That is 4 consecutive possessions with turnovers on Biola. That is 9 Eagle turnovers here in the first half to UH Hilo's 3. First free throw for Tate Jones drops. He's got 7 points. And who's going to come out of the game here? It'll be Milovic with his 2 fouls. And Elrod back in. Vulcans are 5 of 7, or 6 of 8, I should say, now from the free throw line. One more here for Tate Jones. Free throw away. That is good. 2 of 2 from the line. It is 39-35. UH Hilo's back ahead with 1:58 remaining in the first half. Wright trying to get across midcourt against Donald McHenry. Does. Staggered with the dribble. Keeps it, though, to the left wing and Kevin Stone. Back to the high angle left Elrod. Floats it in, looking for Riddell. Goes up, reverse lay-in, no good. Gets his own rebound and a foul before the shot. Will go on Strong. Ruddle missing inside. They were trying to use his 7-foot frame. But Strong, with the size disadvantage, picks up his second foul. And they're too late in getting Jeter back into the game. So Strong's going to have to stay in there. The inbound floated in left baseline for Alex Wright. Back out for Rossell. 16 shoot against McHenry. Goes off the grain of the screen. Drives, stumbles, and before the shot, Strong got him on the right side of the body, and that's going to be his third. So they were slow to get Strong out of the game. Jeter got to the scorer's table too late. And now Strong's going to have to come out with his 3 fouls. And that could impact his availability. Well, he started the first half. That could impact potentially whether he starts the second half. As 1-1 here for Rossau, a 77% free throw shooter. And the front end of the 1-1 is good. It is 39-36 with 1:34 remaining. 13 now for Rossau. Make it 14 as he goes 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. 39-37. You've seen the lead go back and forth a few times in the first half. Williams across midcourt, right-handed dribble between the big rings. Off the Jeter screen left. Throws up top for Kunert. Left wide open for 3, and he hits it. Kunert's second 3, and the lead now up to 5. 42-37, Vulcans ahead. 73 ticks left in the first half. Right bounce pass in for Ruddle. Against Jeter with his hand in his face. Ruddle turns baseline. Stumbles, goes up left-handed 2. Too strong off the window. Tate Jones comes up with a rebound. And he'll bring it up the floor, finds Williams. Tate Jones now, by the way, with 5 rebounds. Williams in the lane. Bounce pass underneath. Nice job by Jeter getting space between 2 defenders as he dribbled backwards from underneath the rim, and he's able to bring it home. Jetter's first points. He missed Thursday night's game. It's 44-37. Rossau hurrying ahead. Nearly slipped on the floor. Gets a 14-footer away from the right baseline and is able to hit it. It was a difficult shot as he nearly lost his footing on the hardwood, going hard right of the lane, but he was able to recover and still knock down the 2. 9-second difference between game and shot clock. 26 seconds left in the first half. 44-39. UH Hilo's ahead on Biola. McHenry dribbling left of the lane. Good help from Elrod, but he leaves. McHenry's 3 is good. 47-39. 10 seconds remaining in the first half. It'll be Rossau bringing it up with 7 across midcourt. Trying to dribble through 2 defenders. Lost the basketball to the right side corner. Stone. Back step right wing 3 is an air ball. Jetter's got the rebound, and the half will come to an end. And a solid finish in the final 3 minutes or so here in the first half of a 47-39 game. UH Hilo lost the lead momentarily, got it back, and they close out the half, thanks in large part to Darren Williams' shooting, his 17 points. Tate Jones has 8 points and 5 rebounds, but balanced scoring with McHenry. And then you can't forget Cameron Ing off the bench. Had 7 points, went 3 of 4 from the floor. We'll wait for Jamison Montgomery to stop by here momentarily from our broadcast position as they get a look at the first half numbers and kind of figure out, well, what do we take away from this first half? But an 8-point advantage that UH Hilo takes in against a team that can rebound the ball very well. UH Hilo has somewhat neutralized that when you think about it, even though Biola does have a 3-rebound advantage, 16-13, 5-2 on the offensive glass. UH Hilo has shot the ball better, just under 55%, 6 of 15 from outside the three-point line, and the Vulcans are hitting their free throws. But I think the other big number is the defensive effort from UH Hilo. You had a stretch of time late in the first half in which the Vulcans forced 4 turnovers on 4 consecutive possessions, 10 Biola turnovers in the first 20 minutes, and really one of the keys to kickstarting the Vulcans ahead in the final few moments of half number 1. As Jamison Montgomery walks his way over, this could turn out to be a critical moment here in UH Hilo's season if it can hold on to where things are right now. Coach Montgomery, thank you for stopping by. A first half in which defensively, that stretch in the final 4 minutes, 4 turnovers in 4 possessions. Talk about how the defensive effort has fueled the team's success here, especially late.
There we go. They're just doing a really, really good job of knowing the guys that are trying to drive and get to the basket, and we're just helping off those guys. They have a big 3, basically. They have 3 guys that are averaging almost 15 to 16 points per game, and we're doing a good job just knowing personnel and doing a good job on those guys.
Cameron Ng off the bench with 7 points, but Darren Williams offensively with 17 in half number 1. Talk about how he's doing it.
Yes, Darren's doing a really good job coming off ball screens. We knew that they were going to have the size advantage on the offensive side for them, but we also knew on the offensive side for us, it was going to be tough for them to be able to guard us with those big guys. And our guards, Cameron, Darren, those guys are doing a really good job of coming off those ball screens and making the right reads on them.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, that is Jameson Montgomery, UH Hilo assistant coach, joining us here at halftime. Your score 47-39. Your halftime report in just a moment as the Vulcans look for win number 4 in a row. This is UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Business Insurance Services is proud to support our UH Hilo Vulcans. Joe Marsh, independent agent at Business Insurance Services, is a former Vulcan basketball player and a proud Vulcan booster, specializing in all lines of insurances for your business and able to answer any questions you might have. Let him provide solutions. Call Joe Marsh direct, 935-1865. Joe Marsh at Business Insurance Services. Go Vulcans! Hilo Brokers is your home team for real estate here on Hawaii Island and a proud supporter of Vulcan Athletics. Let Hilo Brokers help you find that unique piece of Big Island paradise. Hilo Brokers is a family-owned local brokerage. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, contact Kona Moran and the Hilo Brokers team by email at hilobrokers@gmail.com or visit them online at hilobrokers.com. Kona Moran license number RB22314, Hilo Brokers license number 16215.
Hey, you, get on the cloud. Netcom is the local leader in cloud voice and data services. Worldwide calling plans and data backups with secure sharing capabilities are a key element in today's high society. Call Netcom today at 808-930-3800 or visit us online at netcomcloud.com. Technology connects our world. Get connected. Get on the Netcom cloud.
Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket. Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket.
Anita, what are you doing?
I'm cheering for our Vulcan basketball team.
Most businesses just say something like, Lex Brody's Tire and Service Center wishes the Vulcan basketball team a successful season.
Yeah, but that's boring. Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket. Put it in for the win. Come on, Josh, say it with me.
Go Vulcans! Just be careful. No car wheels, okay?
We are at halftime here at the Fukushima Civic Auditorium, 47-39. UH Hilo ahead of Biola. Our halftime report brought to you by Joe Marsh of Business Insurance Services, trusted solutions for Hawaii businesses. And after a strong start in the first half. Number one, the Vulcans are led by a 17-point effort from Darren Williams in the first half. 17 points, 6 of 8 shooting in 14 minutes. But a lot of consistent effort from a number of other people involved. And Aniwa Tate Jones, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He is 3 of 5. 7 for Donald McHenry on 2 of 6 shooting. 7 for Cameron Ing off the bench, going 3 of 4 from the floor. Max Kunert with a couple of threes. He's got 6 points. He is 2 of 5 from outside the three-point border. And the Vulcans have shot the ball very well and have taken care of the basketball. 6 of 15 from outside the arc, shooting just under 55% from the floor, and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Being out-rebounded by 2. They've altered the rebounding number in the first half and just 3 UH turnovers. They've also altered the turnover number. It's now 9 on the Biola side. On the other end, for the Eagles, led by Chris Rossow, 16 points, 5 of 7 shooting, is 3 of 3 from outside the three-point line, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. The now newly named Pac-West Conference Player of the Week is leading up to that name, and he's kind of been the lone consistent scoring force here for Biola. 6 for Alex Wright. He is 3 of 6 from the floor, but he's also got a game-high 7 rebounds. 5 for Witten Dominguez, who is 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 apiece for Bagatorian, for Elrod, and 2 apiece for Ruddle, along with Kevin Stone. 47-39 is your halftime lead for UH-Hilo. We'll come back with some of the news and notes around the Pac-West in just a moment. You're listening to UH-Hilo basketball on KPUA.
How's it, Hawaii Island? Pat here from Iona Car Sales to talk cars and Vulcan basketball. Both your UH-Hilo women's and men's teams are red hot and riding winning streaks heading to the halfway point of their seasons. Fun times for Vulcan fans. Hopefully fans can be allowed back in attendance soon. But in the meantime, cheer on the Vols right here on KPUA, proudly sponsored by Iona Car Sales. Also, come check us out for all your automotive needs. We've got sales, service, and rentals, as always, and we're looking to buy cars too. Iona Car Sales, proud sponsor of Vulcan Athletics. Aloha.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Catherine Manolani Malu Rocha, and I am a graduate at Konawaina High School. Thank you, HFS, for this scholarship opportunity. College is really expensive, and this HFS scholarship will help me achieve my goals by making me strive harder and work more efficiently. I will use this scholarship to help me with tuition, book fees, and to further my education.
Let HFS help you achieve your academic goals. The HFS FCU Scholarship Program is now accepting applications for Big Island High School seniors and current college students, with 10 $2,500 scholarships available. Applications are now online. And hurry, applications close February 28th. For more information, give us a call at 800-216-2666 or go online to hfsfcu.org. Must be a member to apply. HFS Federal Credit Union, where caring counts. Federally insured by NCUA.
When it's time to grind, you'll be so glad to find Blaine's Drive-In.
When's the best time to grind at Blaine's? Before, during, or after the game? How about anytime? Voted best plate lunches in East Hawaii for years. Follow them on Facebook for the weekly dollar off specials. Visit any one of their locations in Hilo, Orchidland, and Honoka'a for all your game time grinds.
When it's time to grind, it's Blaine's Drive-In. KPUA.
47-39, UH-Hilo ahead of Biola here at the midway break. Some news and notes from the Pac-West Conference. Today's women's game between UH-Hilo and Biola, which was initially supposed to be played last Tuesday but was postponed because of COVID-19 protocols, was postponed again as it was announced earlier today, or actually announced yesterday, I beg your pardon. No makeup date has been announced for the that game to be played. UH-Hilo has not been in action in quite some time, but last week was the number 7 ranking in the COSIDA West Region poll. So UH Elo, the women are expected back in action on Thursday when the Vulcans take on Academy of Art. That is the 5 o'clock game, and we will have both the women's and the men's games against the Urban Knights here on KPUA. Our coverage begins at 4:50 p.m. Also, news from the Pac West Conference. Chris Rossow of Biola was named Pac West Conference Offensive Player of the Week. 65 points in 2 games, putting Biola in a tie at the top of the conference standings. And we'll see Academy of Art coming up on Thursday. The Urban Knights is Clay Brown, who comes from South Jamaica, New York, named Defender of the Week. He is the conference leader in steals, and against Point Loma and Concordia last week combined for 10 steals, a season-high 5 in an overtime loss against Point Loma Nazarene. Meantime, on the women's side, the Player of the Week awards going to Biola's Maya Simmons, the 5'9" freshman, and the Defender of the Week goes to Academy of Arts' Chanel Stewart from Elk Grove, California. 9 steals and 3 blocks in a pair of games last week. This is the only game on the conference schedule today. Biola trying to get sole control of first place in the Pac West Conference, while UH Elo is trying to move its way on up into second with a win today. 47-39, the Vulcans are ahead. This has been your halftime report, brought to you by former men's basketball Vulcan alum Joe Marsh of Business Insurance Services. Founded in 1990, Business Insurance Services Incorporated is a Hawaii-owned and operated full-service insurance agency that provides a wide range of services. Business Insurance Services Incorporated, trusted solutions for Hawaii businesses. The second half when we return as the Vulcans lead 47-39. This is UH Elo basketball on KPUA.
When it's getting close to game time, you don't need to waste time. Hit Monono Mini Mart for all of your game day needs. Chips and dips, suds and sodas, and of course the best sandwiches in East Hawaii, including Monono's famous pastrami sandwich. Call in your order for sandwiches or party platters and they'll be ready for a quick pickup. Avoid the crowds and long lines at the big stores. Easy in, easy out. Monono Mini Mart's got you covered on Monono Street in Hilo, just across from Long Stadium. Little Caesars Classic Pepperoni Pizza has always been a winner. But what if it had even more pepperoni for the exact same price? Well, now the winner is even a bigger winner. Little Caesars Large Classic Pepperoni Pizza now comes with 33% more pepperoni, hot and ready, for just $8. Same price, more pepperoni. Order by phone, online at littlecaesars.com, or on their convenient app. Drive through until midnight and contactless carry out and delivery until 10 p.m. 7 days a week. Little Caesars Hilo.
Pizza, pizza.
For professional tech solutions you can rely on, Pacific ProTech. Whether you have a mom and pop's business or are running a corporation, Pacific ProTech can provide the service you need. Whether it be networking, servicing, and maintenance, or simply upgrading and buying a new computer, no job is too big or too small. Pacific ProTech serves the entire Big Island and is locally owned and operated. Pacific ProTech. To inquire, call 935-8081 or visit our website, pacificprotech.com.
Quitting smoking is hard because you're used to it. You've gotten used to the coughing, and sooner than you think you'll get used to what's next too. Living on an oxygen tank, relearning to walk after a stroke, until one day, it kills you. And then you Ohana will have to get used to that too. Or you can get a free quit plan from Hawaii Tobacco Quit Line that will help you stay off cigarettes for good, because that is something worth getting used to. Enroll now at hawaiiquitline.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Also away from starting the second half, 47-39, UH Elo ahead of Biola. A key early Pac West Conference matchup in the first month of conference play. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is UH Elo basketball on KPUA.
670 AM KPUA Hilo and 98.5 FM K253CR Hilo, your news, sports, and information source.
Josh Pacheco and our great crew here at the Vulcan Civic Auditorium. A special matinee Monday edition of UH Elo basketball. A game that was supposed to be played last week Tuesday was moved to today because of health and safety protocols, as both teams on the floor to start the second half. And one change here to start the second half. The Vulcans will have Ethan Jetter starting half number 2. He came off the bench in the opening 20. Biola's got it, starting the second half, trailing by 8. Rossall with the dribble between the circles, out to the right wing, and Alex Wright. Now low block, Jesse Elrod. Backing down, Jeter. Turns, skips left side to Rossall to the corner left, and Dominguez. Out up top to Elrod. Turns left, finds Rossall, uses a screen, drives around Jeter, gets to the rim, across the lane left, finds Bagatorian on the extra pass. He scores and is fouled. 21 seconds in to the second half. And the foul goes against Darren Williams. 6 for Bagatorian, who is 4th in the conference in field goal percentage, just under 50% from the floor. The right-handed free throw is well short. Rebound for Max Kunert. 47-41. Lead for UH Hilo. 19:30 remaining in the second half as Darren Williams walks the ball forward. Kunert, Tate Jones, Jeter, and McHenry on the floor. Kunert left open for 3 straight away and knocks it down. That's his 3rd 3 of the afternoon. It's 50-41. Vulcans put pressure on. Biola breaks it, and they skip it left wing. Bagatorian fakes the 3, drives by Kunert. Kicks extra pass right corner, Dominguez. Back out to the right corner, Elrod. It's knocked out of the air by Tate Jones and out of bounds to the near side. It will be Biola basketball with 17 on the shot clock, 19:08 on the game clock. That is 3-ball number 7, by the way, for UH Hilo here in the game. Elrod, low block right, back out to right. They'll give it back to Jesse Elrod. Squares up on Jeter. Will take a flat-footed 14-footer and knock it down. Elrod's got 6, Eagles within 7. 50-43, 18:51 remaining in half number 2. Williams bounce past Tate Jones, drives by Elrod baseline and lays it in. That puts Tate Jones in double figures now with 10 points, 52-43. UH Hilo ahead with 18:37 remaining in the game. Right inside the arc, stops inside the paint, chest pass out left for Dominguez. Back to right left corner, they floated in Bagatorian. Against Tate Jones, backing him in, turns in the paint, leaning right-hand hook, deadens off the back rim, and drops in. That's 4 here in the half for Bagatorian, 8 in the game. 52-45, Eagles back within 7. Williams stops and starts with his dribble right, gets in the lane, kicks to the baseline left. Jeter left open from 17 and misses off the front side of the rim, and the rebound caroms off to Rossall. Rossall leaning in top of the arc. Williams has him out left to Bagatorian, bounce pass into Elrod. They're working it in low block every possession here in the second half. Elrod fading back, right-hand hook over Jeter, no good. Tate Jones comes up with a rebound and gives the ball up to Darren Williams. Hurrying into the front court, Williams steps back, drives in again, kicks left wing McHenry. Didn't handle the pass initially, leans in, tough 14-footer leaning in at the baseline, and McHenry hits it. That puts him now at 9 points, and it's 54-45. Vulcans by 9 with 17:33 remaining in the second half. Dribbling left. Rossall keeps his dribble as he stumbles to the floor, gets Tate Jones out of his reach as he drives by, stops his dribble at the low block, turns and puts in the low block lay-in. Rossall now with 18 points. It's 54-47. 17-17 left in the second half. Williams top of the arc against Wright. Drives baseline, leans in, goes reverse around the rim and in. It has been a very, very good night for Darren Williams. 56-47, Vulcans by 9, 3 minutes elapsed in the second half. Rossall across midcourt against Williams. Uses the Elrod screen. Loses the ball off of his foot as he collides into Ethan Jeter. And a foul called on Jeter. As there were a few words exchanged. And Rossall getting a bit of a talking to from official Brent Fisher. Jeter called for his second foul. Brent Fisher, Tony Colazzo, Tata Poe are referees this afternoon. Wright brings it in, finds Rossall. Uses the Bagatorian screen. Good help from Tate Jones. Bounce pass up top, Bagatorian. Fakes an overhead pass underneath. Now moves it to the right wing and right. They'll lob it in for Maximo Milovic. Goes across the lane, Bagatorian. Skip pass right. Again, this is Wright for 3. Misses. Rebound. Taken out of the air by Dominguez, but he made contact with Tate Jones, and that will be a foul against the Biola guard flying in. Rodriguez Dominguez looking over to the bench wondering, what did I do? And Coach Dave Holmquist says, I don't know. Foul number 2 on Dominguez with 16:35 to play in the second half, 56-47. Williams between the circles, moves left off the Tate Jones pick, slings it up top. Kunert wants another three, hits that one too. Kunert now with 4 threes in the game. Lead is double digits for UH Hilo, 59-47. 16-15 to play. Bagatorian, right side wing. Dominguez dribbles in the paint, cut off by Jeter on the help, and Dominguez called for a traveling violation. Shuffled his feet as Jeter came in to hem him off along the right side of the paint. Kunert from outside the arc tonight, by the way, 4 of 7. He's one of 3 UH Hilo players in double digits scoring. 59-47. Vulcans by 12, 16:03 to play second half. Williams left, uses the Tate Jones screen, slings it up top to Kunert, drives and kicks right corner to Jeter. He'll penetrate, gets it back to Kunert in the corner, drives again, baseline, goes up with contact, misses the 2 against Milovic. Rebound for Biola, 3-on-2 the other way. Lane is good off the pass from Rossal, finding Bagatorian running the floor, and it is 59-49. Biola back within 10, 15:37 remaining in the second half. Top of the arc, Tate Jones hands it off to McHenry. Turning right, gives it back to Tate Jones. He'll take the straight on 3, and he hits it. He has not done well from beyond the arc this year, shooting 125 from beyond the three-point line, but he knocks that one down. The lead is 13. Right the other way against Kunert, leaning in the paint, turning, loses his dribble, floats it out, finds Rossal between the big rings. Rossal driving left of the lane. Double team comes. He's in trouble. Throws it out underneath left for Bagatorian. He drives. Bagatorian cut off by Tate Jones, and his pass goes through the hands of Milovic, out of bounds right near the Biola bench. 15:02 to play in half number 2. UH Hilo has a 62-49 lead on Biola. This is UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
How's it, Hawaii Island? Pat here from Iona Car Sales to talk cars and Vulcan basketball. Both your UH Hilo women's and men's teams are red hot and riding winning streaks heading to the halfway point of their seasons. Fun times for Vulcan fans. Hopefully fans can be allowed back in attendance soon, but in the meantime, cheer on the Vols right here on KPUA, proudly sponsored by Iona Car Sales. Also, come check us out for all your automotive needs. We've got sales, service, and rentals, as always, and we're looking to buy cars too. Iona Car Sales, proud sponsor of Vulcan Athletics. Aloha.
Hilo Brokers is your home team for real estate here on Hawaii Island and a proud supporter of Vulcan Athletics. Let Hilo Brokers help you find that unique piece of Big Island paradise. Hilo Brokers is a family-owned local brokerage. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, contact Kona Moran and the Hilo Brokers team by email at hilobrokers@gmail.com or visit them online at hilobrokers.com. Kona Moran license number RB22314, Hilo Brokers license number 16215.
UH Hilo has built on its first half lead, led by 8 at the break. It's now 13, 62-49, as three-point shooting has been a key for the Vulcans today. 9 of 18 from outside the three-point line. The Vulcans on Thursday went 7 of 19, shooting just under 37%. Off the timeout, Darren Williams dribbling between the circles, moves left off a Tate Jones screen up top to Max Kunert, who's got 4 trays in this game. Right wing McHenry, now they get it into Tate Jones. Against right, back to the basket, finds McHenry slipping in through the defense, middle of the paint. That was too easy, as the Biola defense left a soft spot right in the middle of that defense. 64-49, 14:33 to go second half. Milovic back to the basket, leaning in on Jeter. One hands a pass out to the right angle, and Rossau leaning in on Williams, who holds his ground. Out for Dominguez, his angle 3 right, clanks off the back iron. Tate Jones the board, and he pushes ahead right side of the floor. Skips it left for Williams, leans into a 3 off the dribble and knocks it down. 22 for Darren Williams. It is an 18-point UH Hilo lead, 67-49. 14:05 to go second half, and a Biola timeout. The 3 ball has been money. 10 for UH Hilo in this game. 67-49 with 14:05 remaining. And Darren Williams has become the story here for UH Hilo. He had a strong first half. In the opening 20 minutes, he has built on that. Now he averages just under 14 points per game, and he's got 22 now. Not only that, but Williams has drawn the defensive assignment on Rossau. And while Rossow has gotten his points, he averages just under 17 a game. He's got 18, but Rossow hasn't had a lot of easy looks, and he's really had to work for anything that he's gotten here over the course of this game. And frankly, in Rossow's case, he hasn't had a ton of help. Bagatorian has 10 points, but he's in foul trouble. Alex Wright, who averages just under 16 a game, has been held to 4. And that's one of the key stories here scoring-wise for Biola. A team that averages 78 points per game is right now being held down outside one key score. And I'll throw this in too. UH Hilo, or I should say Biola, averages allowing 65 points per game. They've already allowed more than that, allowing 67. As we'll see the Biola inbound coming from the far sideline as they get it in for Wright. The angle left toward the baseline, and Bagatorian backing down Tate Jones. Bagatorian still backing him in. Thought about the fadeaway, then tried to turn, had no shot. Rossow leaning in, inside the free throw line, scoop up and under, shot no good. Ball goes out the bottom of the rim. Milovic has it, passes across the lane. Rossow left open, and we'll get a stoppage of play as they'll wipe up the floor underneath the paint. Rossow with 20, and it is 67-51. But that was made possible as everybody collapsed on Milovic off the rebound. There are about 3 different players around him there in the low post. And that, as Milovic kind of got his bearing underneath them, was finally able to sense that Rossow was left open and was able to get it to him underneath. 67-51 UH Hilo, 13:40 to play second half. Williams up top for Cooner, moves it around the perimeter, right side McHenry, free throw line extended. McHenry uses a Tate Jones screen, keeps his dribble toward the baseline, trying to drive baseline, cut off by Bagatorian, throws the ball away, or actually it was taken by Rossow. He threw it off of Cooner, trying to save the ball and save possession. And it'll be Biola possession off of the UH Hilo turnover. Crafty play by Rossow. That was the only way to save possession, just threw it off of the outstretched leg of the freshman Cooner. Mingus has it for Biola, dribbles to the top of the arc. Crossover dribble on Cooner, stops at the free throw line. Pivots, looks left, finds right. Now mid-block left for Milovic. Skips up top to right. Trying to drive by Ing. Leans in, floating left-handed 2 around the rim and out right. Rebound for Tate Jones. It was a good opportunity for Wright as the lane cleared up. He couldn't hit it. Tate Jones drives, spins on Bagatorian, tries to get a lane with his back to the basket, misses. The 3 on the near side corner for Cooner misses, but we'll get a foul here on Biola on the rebound attempt. And they're going to give that to Milovic. And that's his 3rd. Jamie Strong enters the game with 12:50 to play here in the second half. And Strong has 3 fouls. All 3 of those fouls he got in the first half. Stephen Hubble enters in for UH Hilo. He'll give Cooner to breather. Inbound into Hubble, right side corner, and out for Jeter at the angle. Top of the arc, Darren Williams reverses course. Ing, angle right. Wants Jeter to set the screen, does. Ing uses it, steps back, top of the arc, 3. That's too strong. Williams chases down the long rebound. Fresh 20 for UH Hilo. Williams retreats out with the dribble. They'll refresh here offensively. Crossover on right with a screen. Step back, wing 3 away. That's short. Rebound taken by Bagatorian. And he'll give it up to Rossow. Biola trailing by Ing. Step back, keeps his dribble, gets in the lane, dishes underneath for Milovic, who scores off of a nifty pass from Rossow, who averages, he has 58 assists. He averages about 4 a night. It's 67-53. 12:04 remaining in the second half. Rossow is good of a passer as he is a scorer. Williams between the circles. Finds Strong, angle right. Open 3. Good. Slipped the screen. He never really set it. Slipped it to the right. And Strong, a good 3-point shooter, able to knock that down. 70-53. 11:43 second half. Rossow right into contact as he was trying to make a late last millisecond pass inside the paint. For the far corner, he draws the foul on Strong. And just as Jamie Strong comes in, he picks up his 4th foul. Critical decision here for Kaniela Iona on what to do with Jamie Strong. 11:42 to go in the second half. UH Hilo holding on to a 70-53 lead. This is UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Business Insurance Services is proud to support our UH Hilo Vulcans. Joe Marsh, independent agent at Business Insurance Services, is a former Vulcan basketball player and a proud Vulcan booster, specializing in all lines of insurances for your business and able to answer any questions you might have. Let him provide solutions. Call Joe Marsh direct, 935-1865. Joe Marsh at Business Insurance Services. Go Vulcans!
Quitting smoking is hard because you're used to it. You've gotten used to the coughing, and sooner than you think you'll get used to what's next too. Living on an oxygen tank, relearning to walk after a stroke, until one day, it kills you. And then you Ohana will have to get used to that too. Or you can get a free quit plan from Hawaii Tobacco Quit Line that will help you stay off cigarettes for good, because that is something worth getting used to. Enroll now at hawaiiquitline.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. KPUA.
11:42 remaining in the second half. The Vulcans have opened up a double-digit lead. They did so early in this half, and they've been able to hold on to it 70-53 on Biola as the Eagles will inbound baseline to our right. Near side of the court. They float it in right wing for Milovic. Gives it back to Alex Wright in the corner. Against Williams. Turning back to him inside the paint. Help from Jeter. Fading to his short, but a foul called by referee Tata Poe underneath. And they will give that to Jeter, who's got 3 fouls. So Strong came out of the game. Peyton Grant came in. Jeter, who missed Thursday's game, all of a sudden right back in foul trouble. And Aniwa Tate Jones is going to the scores table as Wright will shoot a pair from the foul line. Hits the first. That's his first point of the second half. Jeter out, Tate Jones in. If you're wondering, Darren Williams, 22 points. His season high is 29. That came against Alaska Anchorage back in late November. Wright hits both foul shots, and it's 70-55. 11:30 to go in a turning second half clock. Eng across the timeline, attacking the goal to our left. Hard dribble to the near side angle. Now has the mismatch with Bagatorian on him, who just puts his arms out and says, I guess I got him. To the top of the arc, Williams. Now baseline left, Tate Jones. This is against Milovic. Steps out outside the arc. Crossover dribble. Tate Jones drives baseline on Milovic. Holds his ground, blocks his shot underneath. Gets the pass out to Rossow. Up ahead, one-on-one. Bounce pass right side for Wright, who lays it in. Good transition off the block shot for the Eagles, who are within 13. 70-57 with 10:55 to play. You start to worry a little bit about a mid-half run. Biola put one on in the first half that allowed him to hold the lead for a few short moments. Tate Jones spins at the baseline, drives, lane is off the mark. Wright comes up with the rebound and may have had some late contact. Rossow behind the back dribble, 3-ball straight on, hits it. Rossow with 23, and Biola's back within 10. 10.5 to go, 70-60. Williams driving on Milovic in the lane, fouled. Again, drawing the mismatch with the big man out on the top. Milovic picks up foul number 4. And that will bring Elrod back into the game. As Williams with 22 points tonight. This is his third 20-plus point scoring game this season. He hits the first free throw, where he is a very good free throw shooter. Tops on the team at 84.8%. Fourth in the conference at that number. Second one is up. That's good as well. 72-60. Williams will get a much-deserved breather as Donald McHenry enters the game, and the Vulcans put up a full-court pressure here. It's not a soft one as Biola gets across the timeline. Left side wing. Witten Dominguez throws into the low block, and Michael Bagatorian leans in on his defender, Grant, who misses. Second chance effort for Bagatorian is good as Grant went flying with contact. 72-62, halfway home in the second half. UH Hilo by 10. Cameron Ing runs the point with Tate Jones, Grant, McHenry, and Hubble on the floor. Ing, right side wing, against Bagnatorian. Mismatch again. They look into Tate Jones. He has it, squares up at the baseline against Dominguez. Draws help. Back out Ing. Fakes the pass. Fires a three right side and hits it. Ing off the bench now in double digits with 10. Second consecutive double-digit scoring game for Cameron Ing. 75-62. Rossow zigzagging with the dribble. Throws it out for Elrod. Angle right three. Can't answer. Rebound Bagnatorian. He'll back down Grant. Leaning in. Goes up tough. Right-handed two. He hits it. Bagnatorian playing tough with his 6'7 frame against Grant at 6'6. It's 75-64. Tate Jones inside the arc. Underhands it to the wing right and Ing. Ing has the mismatch with Elrod. Trying to take him on the dribble. Nope, he'll step back for three. Off the left rim. Rebound, Hummel underneath. He goes up, second chance, it's good! And the foul! Hummel stood tall against the trees. No one boxed him out. He just slipped right in, snuck by everybody. Got the lay-in. And is fouled. Rossow with his third foul. 77-64. Hummel to complete the three-point play. He does. That's a crucial basket there on a second chance opportunity, getting the lead to 14. 8:53 to go. Rossow foul away from the ball. Grant and Elrod colliding. It's Elrod hitting the deck, and Grant called for his first foul. Team foul number 5. Nobody's in the bonus yet in the second half. The inbound coming from Dominguez. Baseline to right. They find Rossow. Up top for right against Ing. Drives by him left in the lane. His high laying off the glass is good with the left hand. Alex Wright, we talked about how his scoring had been kind of quiet in this game. He's got 6 in the second half, 10 in the game. 78-66. McHenry, top of the arc. He's got the mismatch with Bagnatorian. Steps back. He'll take the three straight on and hit. 14 for McHenry. That's the Vulcans' 13th triple of the game. 81-66. Elrod, low block right, out to right at the angle. Back into Elrod against Tate Jones. Squares up on the red shirt, on the freshman, and knocks down the 10-footer. Elrod with 8, 81-68. 8:07 remaining. Ing, slow dribble to the right in front of his bench. Off of Peyton Grant's screen. Again, the mismatch against Bagnatorian. To the right side, McHenry misses that three at the angle. Hummel trying to get the offensive rebound and has his second. Lobs it in for Tate Jones. Can't handle the pass. Goes up and lays it in anyway right around Rossow. How's about the unsung player here in the second half? That's Stephen Hummel. A couple of offensive rebounds. They have led to points. Right driving the other way. Leans, kicks right wing Bagnatorian. Back into right against Hummel, who wants help. Gets it from Grant. Just throws up a wild two. It's no good. But Alex Wright will head to the free throw line. The foul goes against, I believe, Peyton Grant. It is, and that is Grant's second. Timeout here, 7:34 remaining. 83-68. Vulcans holding on to a 15-point lead. This is UH basketball on KPUA.
Business Insurance Services is proud to support our UH Vulcans. Joe Marsh, independent agent at Business Insurance Services, is a former Vulcan basketball player and a proud Vulcan booster, specializing in all lines of insurances for your business and able to answer any questions you might have. Let him provide solutions. Call Joe Marsh direct, 935-1865. Joe Marsh at Business Insurance Services. Go Vulcans!
Hilo Brokers is your home team for real estate here on Hawaii Island and a proud supporter of Vulcan Athletics. Let Hilo Brokers help you find that unique piece of Big Island paradise. Hilo Brokers is a family-owned local brokerage. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, contact Kona Moran and the Hilo Brokers team by email at hilobrokers@gmail.com or visit them online at hilobrokers.com. Kona Moran, license number RB22314, Hilo Brokers, license number 16215.
Three-point shooting has been one of the big reasons why UH Hilo has an 83-68 lead on Biola. There's been balance. 26 shots taken from outside the arc, 27 inside the arc. The 13 threes that UH Hilo has hit matches the 13 that they made against Biola back in the 2018-2019 season, but they're nowhere close to the single game record of made threes in a game. That is 21 against Fresno Pacific back in the 2017-2018 season, as Alex Wright's first free throw is in. Wright's got 7 in the second half, 11 in the game, and it's an 83-69 UH-Hilo advantage. Wright coming off of a 16-point effort against Chaminade to go along with 6 assists. He knocks down both free throws. 83-70, 7:34 remaining. Ing, Tate Jones, Kunert, Hubble, McHenry, the 5 on the floor for the home team. Ing, angle right, uses a Kunert and now a Tate Jones screen out to the top of the arc. McHenry, crossover dribble inside the arc against Stone, gets it to Kunert, one hands it up top to Ing. Mismatch against Elrod. Ing trying to drive by, steps back, now drives again. Drives on Elrod. Elrod brings the arms down and fouls Ing on his way to the rim. I'm going to call that on Stone. I thought that was going to be on Elrod, but they called the foul on Stone. It's his first. Probably contact on the lower side. Ing off the bench has been solid for a second consecutive game. His first free throw is good. 11 points for Ing in 14 minutes. 5 UH-Hilo players scoring in double digits. Second free throw falls home as well. 85-70. Lots of contact before the ball's even inbounded, and Rossow and Ing getting together. And official Tony Colazzo says, hey, someone's got to inbound the basketball. And both those guys kind of hand fighting with one another. Now Rossow will inbound with Ing in his face. They get the inbound in. Watch for that matchup, as Ing's got the assignment on Biola's leading scorer. It's Wright bringing the ball up against Kunert. Floats it top of the arc, Bagatorian against Hubble. Bagatorian looks left, gets it to Rossow. Rossow driving on Ing, draw, foul, and check on the Kaneohe native. Ing's second. That was such an interesting matchup in the first half between those two, where Ing was getting some points off the dribble against Rossow, but that foul puts Biola in the bonus. So 1-1 for the Freeport, Texas native, and he knocks down the front end. 24 for him now. 85-71. Second one away. That's good as well. 85-72. Under 7 to go. One of these two teams will extend its winning streak to 4 games. We'll see who. Ing, top of the arc, bounce pass to the elbow right. Tate Jones nearly whacked free. Tate Jones fakes the handoff to McHenry. Now squares up, takes a 16-footer against Bagatorian. It's off the mark long. Rossow's got the rebound. He brings it up the floor with Elrod in front of him. Out to the left wing. Bagatorian 3. That's short. Rebound near the baseline. Tate Jones keeps his toes inbound and gets the rebound. Up ahead for Ing. Driving on Bagatorian, spins, ball poked free by Rossow, but Ing recovers. Top of the arc to Tate Jones. Drives on Elrod, in the lane, lost the dribble. Wright comes away with the loose ball, up ahead left for Bagatorian. 3-on-4. Bagatorian drives, leans in, gets the lay-in, as he got right around 2 UH-Hilo defenders. 85-74. Be careful with these Eagles. They're within 11. 6:04 remaining. Defense chance for the Biola bench to our right. Kunert, quick fire 3, right angle. Off the front rim. Rebound in the hands of Wright. 5:53 remaining. You kind of wonder if that was too quick of a shot there. Rossow between the circles. Chest pass angle left for Wright. They move it to the wing. And Kevin Stone back up top right. Elrod wants it and gets it. 12 feet from the rim. Back to the basket against Tate Jones. Brings it back out to Wright. A straightaway 3 over Hubble. Knocks it down. This has been a big second half for Wright. And the Eagles within single digits. It is 85-77, and UH-Hilo will use a timeout with 5:33 remaining. And as we said at halftime, there had been really no help for Rossow in the first half, as he had the majority of the scoring outside of Bagatorian, who did a little bit of work. But now Alex Wright is coming into the picture with 11 second half points, 15 in the game. And someone who's averaging 19 a game on this trip is starting to come into his own. And Wright brings a tougher matchup at the guard position. He had Hubble at 6'1" on him, Wright at 6'5", and it almost seems a little taller than 6'5", to be honest with you, but used that height advantage to shoot it right over top of Hubble, who comes out of the game. UH Hilo's 5, the same 5 that started this half now, with Donald McHenry back in, Ethan Jeter, Max Kunert, Darren Williams, and Aniwa Tate Jones. 5:30 remaining, 85-77. Williams jogging into the front court, attacking the goal to our left. Off the Tate Jones screen, throws it up top for Kunert. They lob it into the paint. Tate Jones now squares with the free throw line, looks inside for Jeter, knocked away from behind, and taken by Biola. They lob it ahead now for Rossau. He's got a 3-on-3, drives left of the lane, is fouled as he tried to go reverse. And you got to be very, very careful now. Did they give that to Tate Jones on the foul? Yep, they did. His first. And Rossau back to the free throw line. Front end of 2. It's around and out. They said that was not shooting foul, which I'm surprised. I thought it was. But he misses what ends up being the front end of the 1-and-1. 85-77, 5 minutes remaining. That is a critical miss there for Rossau, who's got 25 on the night. Williams between the circles. His thumb backwards at Kunert. Now sets up the play. Kunert rolls right as Williams keeps the dribble to the free throw line. Fading 15-footer, no good. UH Hilo's gone cold. Kevin Stone the rebound, and Rossau coming ahead. Rossau top of the arc against Williams. Floats it. Finds Milovic inside. He lays it in. Beautiful touch pass. Milovic had the size advantage and floated it over the defense. It is a 2-possession game. 85-79, 4:24 remaining. High post right, Tate Jones fakes the handoff to Williams. Now back to Williams at the right side wing. Uses the screen, has the taller Bagatorian on him. Step back, can't launch the 3. Instead, to Tate Jones at the baseline. Squares up on right, backing in on him. Still backing in, help comes. Goes baseline, the 2, no good off the side of the backboard. Kunert, second chance, that goes off the side of the backboard, and Biola able to save it. Up ahead, Rossau behind the back dribble. Pull up, 16-footer, way off the mark, rebound Kunert. 3:55 to go, 6-point UH Hilo lead, 85-79. And Williams will slow the ball down, ease his way into the front court right to left. Standing just a foot beyond the midcourt line, taking his time. Clock on the Vulcan side here, 12 to shoot. Williams walking forward, underhands it out up top, McHenry. Uses a Jeter pick, drives left of the lane. Tough floating two, it's good! Right over Milovic. Difficult shot for Donald McHenry. Contested, still puts it home. 87-79. Rossau right wing for Brown in a low block. Milovic against Tate Jones, backing him down. Milovic in the paint, turning around, finds Rossau in the lane. Looking again for Milovic. Ball loose on the floor. We'll have a held ball. Possession arrow gives it to UH Hilo. Boy, I thought maybe that was a quick held ball call, but either way, the Vulcans, with the benefit of the possession arrow, will have the ball when we come back. 3:09 to go. UH Hilo 87 and Biola 79. This is UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Catherine Manolani Malu Rocha, and I am a graduate at Konawaina High School. Thank you, HFS, for this scholarship opportunity. College is really expensive, and this HFS scholarship will help me achieve my goals by making me strive harder and work more efficiently. I will use this scholarship to help me with tuition, book fees, and to further my education.
Let HFS help you achieve your academic goals. The HFS FCU Scholarship Program is now accepting applications for Big Island High School seniors and current college students with 10 $2,500 scholarships available. Applications are now online. And hurry, applications close February 28th. For more information, give us a call at 800-216-2666 or go online to hfsfcu.org. Must be a member to apply. HFS Federal Credit Union, where caring counts. Federally insured by NCUA.
KPUA. 87-79. UH Hilo ahead on Biola. Looking to get to 4-1 in Pac-West Conference play. Biola at 5-1. Some of the key numbers, both of these teams are shooting well over 50% from the floor, and Biola has almost not been able to miss in the second half, shooting 16 of 24. That is an amazing 67% from the floor in the second half. UH Hilo 50%. The Vulcans have knocked down 7 second half threes. But a double-digit lead is currently now at 8. Williams across the timeline, picked up by the taller Alex Wright. Clears Jeter away, wants to use as much time as possible. Shot clock's at 15. 2:52 to go. Williams goes off the Jetter's screen, now gets back out to the middle of the floor. Drives on Milovic with a mismatch, lay in no good, but the foul call. And Milovic is fouled out. And Rossow, not really thrilled with the call, has a few words for referee Tata Poe, who says, no, I don't really want to hear it. Check that. They're going to give the foul. I thought it was on Milovic. They give it to Wright instead, and that's his second. So free throw, 1 of 2, good for Darren Williams. 88-79. Williams had 17 in the first half. He knocks down the second free throw, lead back to double digits, 89-79, 2:42 to go. And can the Vulcans hold on? Wright, top of the arc, drives on Kunert, leans in, right-hand lane is good as he hits the deck hard. Alex Wright has had a very good second half, and it's 89-81. But the Vulcans will slow it down again, crossing midcourt right to left on your device. Wright giving Darren Williams some space on the dribble, just standing right in front of our broadcast position, near midcourt, near corner. Shot clock down to 10. Now Williams walks forward, picks up the pace, uses a Jeter screen, has the mismatch with Milovic. Step back angle, left three, way off the mark, off the glass. Rebound Williams, shot clock at 1, they can't get a shot away. Williams was not boxed out. Milovic was out of range. He knew he missed it, so he tried to run in and grab his own rebound. The ball didn't hit the rim, so they couldn't get a shot off as the shot clock was at 2 when he had possession. Rossow, angle right, throws it up top to Bagatore. They move it around left to Kevin Stone. Back up top, Bagatore, and 1:50 to go. Drives on Tate Jones. Bagatore, extra pass in the lane. Milovic with the lay-in. 89-83. It's a 2-possession game, so Biola does not yet need to foul. But the next foul will put UH Hilo in the bonus. Williams stumbles, loses the basketball, recovers it far corner. He was on a knee for a moment, but he got it back before Wright could get to him. 14 to shoot. Williams now to the near side. Jeter, they back off on the screen. It's Bagatore on Williams. Williams driving, fading 15-footer. That's no good. Rebound goes to Kevin Stone. 1:15 remaining. They push the floor right to the near side. Got it. Nope, he didn't get away with a carry. He's called for the double dribble. Brought the ball up to his arm. He had his hand underneath it, then brought it back down. That is the definition of a carrying violation or a double dribble, whatever you want to call it. It is a turnover with 1:12 remaining. 89-83. And a timeout taken by Biola, who has, I believe, now 2 remaining, with 1:12 left to go. A reminder, we'll see you again here on Thursday, or well, we'll see you from a distance again on Thursday, because for the rest of the month, no attendance allowed here at the Afuchin Civic Auditorium. But there will be another key men's basketball matchup and women's basketball matchup. Academy of Art comes into Hilo for games on Thursday. The women's matchup will start at 5. We'll be on the air at 4:50. The men's matchup slated to tip at 7:30, and Academy of Art is 5-1. So is Biola. But Eagles loss, if that happens here in the final 1:12, would give Academy of Art sole possession of first place and would put UH Hilo in sole possession in second place. And let's see what Dr. Dave Holmquist calls up defensively here for Biola. As we mentioned, he is the Dean of Coaching in the Pac West, over 1,000 wins in his 42nd season. UH Hilo inbound sideline to our right. Tate Jones quickly gets it in for Williams. Double team coming. Williams stuck far sideline, throws it away. As he was hemmed in right in front of the Biola bench, tried to get the ball free, and he threw it wide of the sideline with a man right near the UH Hilo bench. 1:08 to go. A very tough time for a turnover. UH Hilo has given it away now 8 times. Rossall up top. Bagatorian fakes the three, moves around the Bagatorian. He'll dribble to the far side wing. They can't get the ball to Rossall. He's their leading scorer. Bagatorian driving on Tate Jones. Pull up 14-footer is good, but before the shot, Tate Jones is called for the foul. In a way, it's kind of a break because now you force Bagatorian to get the 2 points from the free throw line. Tate Jones' second foul. Clock stops. 51.9 remaining. And it'll be one and the bonus for the redshirt senior Michael Bagatorian. All Southern California pod selection last year, as everybody played in pods a year ago. Bagatorian hits the front end of the 1-1, and it's 89-84. 17 points for him. He is a 79.5% free throw shooter. Second shot away. Around and out, rebound. Kunert and Tate Jones going after the same ball. Kunert's got it. 5-point game. There is a 21-second difference between game and shot clock. UH Hilo breaks the full court pressure. Jeter has it left wing. They'll bring it out for McHenry, and Biola will foul with 38.7 remaining, and they foul McHenry. If you were to choose who to foul here, McHenry is a 73.5% free throw shooter. Jetter's at 60%. Tate Jones is at 76.3%. Kunert's at 81.3%. And Williams is 84.8%. Front end of the 1-1 for McHenry is away, and it is good. It stays a two-possession game, 90-84. So really, if you're going to foul anybody, Jeter is probably your best bet. Second free throw, that's good as well. Three-possession game, 91-84, 37 seconds remaining. Quickly into the front court is Rossall. Bounce pass between the rings, Bagatorian runs to Tate Jones, no call. Rossall driving, 2 steps around the rim, scores, and it's fouled. As he got a leg coming in on him as he stumbled into the lane. Foul's going to go against Jeter, which is his fourth, and Rossall to try to get Biola within 4 with 30.2 remaining. Now remember, there's a 0.2 second difference between game and shot, so Biola's going to have to foul. Rossall misses the free throw. Rebound, Tate Jones. He is fouled by Rossall, who picks up his fourth. And Aniwa Tate Jones will go to the line. 28.9 remaining. That's a key miss. It's still 1-1 here, but if Tate Jones makes the free throw, makes both free throws, that would get it back to the 3-possession game. It is good, 92-86. 16 for Tate Jones. He has scored in double digits in every single game this year, and dating back to last year, it's now 21 consecutive double-digit scoring games. Second for him. Good as well, 93-86. Rossall hurrying ahead. Clock not in the Eagles' favor. Stops his dribble, throws it to the near side and right. Dribbles to the top of the arc, takes a contested three and hits it. Timeout Biola with 20.3 remaining. Wright has had a huge second half, and he's gotten the Eagles within 4. 93-89. 16 second half points for Alex Wright, who averages just under 16 points per game. So now that changes things a little bit because you foul 2 free throws for UH Hilo, still makes it a 2-possession game. And it's also worth noting that the Vulcans will be in the 1-1 one more time. So this is, if you're Biola, I want to see what they're going to come out with defensively. I'm a little surprised Rossall's still in there given his 4 fouls. I would have thought they'd play defense for offense here, but they're leaving him in. They'll pick up UH Hilo full court. They will not guard the inbounder. Got a man in front of McHenry. The inbound comes into Williams. Rossall can't foul. Wright does with 18.4 left. And one of in fact, UH Hilo's best free throw shooter will head to the charity stripe with 18.4 remaining. And referee Tony Colazzo sees the UH Hilo huddle, walks over, claps his hands, and says, guys, come on, let's go. I think he's got a flight to catch in about a couple of hours. 1-1 here for Williams. Again, this is the final 1-1, and Williams knocks down the front end. 94-89. Second one away. Good as well. 95-89. Inbound comes into Rossau. Hurries ahead with 16 seconds. Rossau near side. One hands it up top to Bagatorian. Fakes a three. Dribbles into one over Tate Jones. Barely grazes the front rim. Long rebound will get a foul. Who is this against? Is it on McHenry? It is. Yeah, it is on McHenry, chasing the loose ball. So, clock stops with 9.1 left and 2 free throws for Kevin Stone, who last played at Mineral Area College last year. First free throw bounces out front. Now at some point, you got to think about missing a free throw and needing to find a way to tip one out for a 2 or a 3. He'll miss the second free throw. Rebound tapped right in the hands of Tate Jones, and a foul called on Wright with 6.3 to go. Donald McHenry would go to the free throw line, and UH Hilo is 6 seconds away from earning its 4th consecutive win and knocking off one of the top teams in the conference. It's almost a shame we don't really have many people here to see it. Glad you're listening in or watching us, as McHenry's first free throw is good, 96-89. For the second consecutive game, UH Hilo showing good resolve here toward the back end of this game, especially when pressured. Right across midcourt, leaning in on a defender, loses the ball out of bounds. It will go to UH Hilo with 2 seconds to go, and that will pretty much seal it. 97-89. Inbound comes into Jeter. He'll walk it across midcourt, and we'll watch the time tick away. Win number 4 in a row for UH Hilo. The Vulcans pick up its 4th conference win, knocks Biola out of the top spot in the conference, and the Vulcans are now in 2nd place in the Pac West, and they will welcome conference leader Academy of Art on Thursday. 97-89. UH Hilo is now 8-4 on the year. Biola drops to 11-3 and loses for the first time on this Hawaii trip, dropping to 5-2 in conference play. UH Hilo, you may not realize, but in the series history, it's actually been Biola that has won the series history, but UH Hilo has now won the last couple of games against the Eagles. Most notably now, this one, the critical win at this juncture of the 2021-2022 season. 97-89. Vulcans pull out the win. We'll come back with our post-game report in just a moment. You're listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
How's it, Hawaii Island? Pat here from Iona Car Sales to talk cars and Vulcan basketball. Both your UH Hilo women's and men's teams are red hot and riding winning streaks heading to the halfway point of their seasons. Fun times for Vulcan fans. Hopefully fans can be allowed back in attendance soon. But in the meantime, cheer on the Vols right here on KPUA, proudly sponsored by Iona Car Sales. Also, come check us out for all your automotive needs. We've got sales, service, and rentals, as always, and we're looking to buy cars too. Iona Car Sales, proud sponsor of Vulcan Athletics. Aloha.
Hilo Brokers is your home team for real estate here on Hawaii Island and a proud supporter of Vulcan Athletics. Let Hilo Brokers help you find that unique piece of Big Island paradise. Hilo Brokers is a family-owned local brokerage. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate, contact Kona Moran and the Hilo Brokers team by email at hilobrokers@gmail.com or visit them online at hilobrokers.com. Kona Moran license number RB22314, Hilo Brokers license number 16215.
Business Insurance Services is proud to support our UH Hilo Vulcans. Joe Marsh, independent agent and Business Insurance Services, is a former Vulcan basketball player and a proud Vulcan booster, specializing in all lines of insurances for your business and able to answer any questions you might have. Let him provide solutions. Call Joe Marsh direct, 935-1865. Joe Marsh at Business Insurance Services. Go Vulcans!
Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket. Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket.
Anita, what are you doing?
I'm cheering for our Vulcan basketball team.
Most businesses just say something like, Lex Brody's Tire and Service Center wishes the Vulcan basketball team a successful season.
Yeah, but that's boring. Dribble it, pass it, we want a basket. Put it in for the win. Come on, Josh, say it with me.
Go Vulcans! Just be careful. No car wheels, okay?
KPUA 97-89. UH Hilo pulls out consecutive win number 4 and continues to vault its way up in Pac-West Conference play. This is our Vulcan postgame report. It is courtesy of Iona Car Sales, the only native Hawaiian-owned used auto dealer on Hawaii Island, a family-owned and operated business who has been in business and maintained an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau since 2000. Come down and join us where we make car buying easy at Iona Car Sales. Iona Car from Iona Car Sales. There's something to be said about finding ways to finish regardless of your opponent. Looking back at Thursday's game against Holy Names University, the Vulcans had been off for 25 days, had about 3 combined practices with one another as they dealt through COVID-19 protocols, and obviously the winter break comes into play as well. But off of all of that, we're able to start out strong against a team that had played 2 consecutive close games on the road in this Hawaii stretch, got out to a good lead, saw that lead whittle away, but found a way toward the back end to be able to finish strong and turn what was a deficit in the final few moments, turn that into a win, which tells you about the resolve with this team through the adversity that they have faced over the last 3.5, 4 weeks or so. Turn into tonight, where Biola had taken the lead from UH Hilo in the first half several times. A lead that was at 1.17 was down to a 2-possession game. But again, we talk about resolve, we talk about playing through adversity and seeing the challenge of a very good team coming in here, and to see all that happen and turn still into a strong finish with this team. I'm sure as head coach Kaniela Iona joins us now at our broadcast position, we were just talking about the team being able to finish strong, even after seeing the lead start to whittle away just a little bit, like last Thursday. I'll ask you the same question I asked you on Thursday. What is this team finding in itself in the last few minutes, being able to avert pressure and pull out a win?
Yeah, it starts with just confidence in each other. So being connected has been a big part of our theme this past couple weeks, especially coming in after the long layoff and time without practice. We told them the most important thing we were going to do over this next couple weeks is get back connected. And I thought we started to do that at the end of the game versus Holy Names, and we carried it over today. So it was good to see, and everybody, the guards did a nice job down the stretch. The guys not making free throws. That's, that last minute of the game, 3-4 possession game, comes down to not turning it over and making free throws. We had 1 bad turnover, but aside from that, hit our free throws, got rebounds, did what we needed to do to win against a really good team.
There's a point in time where you look at tone setters, and I thought there was a point in the first half where your defense forced 4 consecutive turnovers on 4 consecutive possessions. Most of those led to baskets. The pace and the aggressiveness, I thought, was really a key there late in the first half to kind of hold them off as it was kind of a back and forth first half at that point.
Yeah, for sure. Deflections and steals. I think we had 10 deflections, 10 steals in the first half. It's a big part of what we do. You look around, we're not the most physically imposing team, so for us, we got to get our hand on the ball, and that kind of can equalize things. So it was good to see our guys do that. They followed the game plan. Coach Montgomery, Coach Kinder, great game plan put together for this one, and the guys did a nice job of knowing personnel and following directions.
The other thing that I thought was actually pretty important, Biola out-rebounds teams on average by 11 a game. They're best in both departments on rebounds and rebounding allowed. You out-rebounded them by 2 and also on the offensive glass. As you mentioned, not maybe the most physically imposing, but still, that's a pretty impressive stat.
Yeah, rebounding is obviously there's a lot of, instincts and things like that, but a lot of it's just heart, and for us, we always say we got to gang rebound. We got to rebound together as a group. Everyone's got to do your job. You might not be the one that comes up with the board, but you got to make sure you box out. You got to make sure that you're there if the ball gets tipped. And I thought the guys did a good job. I think we gave up 5 offensive rebounds in the first half, but only 2 in the second. Is at least on the box score. 2.5 is really good in college basketball, any basketball game. So proud of the guys and being able to execute that, taking care of business on the glass.
Let's talk about Darren Williams, who finishes with 28. 28 tonight, one of 5 in double figures for UH Hilo. How did he get all of that in the flow of this game?
Yeah, I mean, you'll look at first thing you'll see is the 28 points, but also 5 assists. 5 rebounds, he got some offensive rebounds, as we talked about, heart, going after the ball. And then he also drew 6 fouls, and that's a big deal. That's one of those stats that you don't always look at, as you're commonly watching the game. But from our perspective, when guys do a good job of being able to get into the teeth of the defense, be strong with the ball and draw fouls, it adds up. So, Darren was ready to go. He was excited. He's from Southern California, so we're well aware that he's very excited to get to play the SoCal teams this year, and you could tell that today coming out.
You got Ethan Jeter back after missing Thursday. Talk about what you were able to get from him.
Yeah, Ethan, the thing that I always say about Ethan is a lot of his things that he does for us to help us win, they don't show up in the box score all the time. But he's a vital part to what we do on both ends of the floor. Defensively, he helps us. He gives us a lot of versatility defensively. He draws a bigger defender a lot of time, and is boxing out a big guy a lot. And Aniwa comes in and scoops up, 12 defensive rebounds tonight. A big part of that is because Ethan's doing a good job of getting his man out. So he's good on the ball screen D and all of that. It's just good to have him back. He did a nice job getting back into the flow tonight.
Not that anything gets easier, because it never does in this conference, but you take down the team tied for the top spot in the conference. Go to Thursday now. Academy of Art is alone at the top spot in the conference. You get the Urban Knights coming up on Thursday, but the momentum your team's got, 4 wins in a row, that feeling has to be pretty good going into another critical matchup on Thursday.
Yeah, you know how it is. The only game that matters is the one right here in front of you. So Academy of Art's a very talented team. We've got a chance to watch them a lot already this year. They got talented players. They got all the pieces, really. Really well-balanced team. Number of guys that can score for them, and good athletes, good defensive team. They beat a Division I team this year earlier. They beat UC Davis by 19, I think. So if it gives you an idea of what they're capable of, they're tough. So we're looking forward to this game. It's nice that we're going to get them here at home this first time around. But excited for that one.
Coach, we'll see you on Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you, as always.
All
Great
right.
job.
Thank you. Kaniela Iona, UH Hilo men's basketball coach, on an impressive 97-89 win. We'll come back, give you some of the numbers, and close things down in just a moment. You're listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
How's it, Hawaii Island? Pat here from Iona Car Sales to talk cars and Vulcan basketball. Both your UH Hilo women's and men's teams are red hot and riding winning streaks heading to the halfway point of their seasons. Fun times for Vulcan fans. Hopefully fans can be allowed back in attendance soon. But in the meantime, cheer on the Vols right here on KPUA, proudly sponsored by Iona Car Sales. Also, come check us out for all your automotive needs. We've got sales, service, and rentals, as always, and we're looking to buy cars too. Iona Car Sales, proud sponsor of Vulcan Athletics. Aloha.
Quitting smoking is hard because you're used to it. You've gotten used to the caffeine, and sooner than you think you'll get used to what's next too. Living on an oxygen tank, relearning to walk after a stroke, until one day, it kills you. And then your ohana will have to get used to that too. Or you can get a free quit plan from Hawaii Tobacco Quit Line that will help you stay off cigarettes for good, because that is something worth getting used to. Enroll now at hawaiiquitline.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Kay's Drive-In on Hualalai has been satisfying Big Island taste buds since 1964. Enjoy local favorites like tomato beef, chicken heka, and pork and peas. Order your party platters for game day. Choose from chicken katsu, shrimp tempura, Portuguese sausage, fried wonton, terry beef, and more. Available in small and large platters. And no stop at Kay's Drive-In is complete without one of Kay's famous twist cones. Call the menu hotline at 935-5573 or follow on Facebook for daily specials.
Hey you, get on the cloud. Netcom is the local leader in cloud voice and data services. Worldwide calling plans and data backups with secure sharing capabilities are a key element in today's high society. Call Netcom today at 808-930-3800 or visit us online at netcomcloud.com. Technology connects our world. Get connected. Get on the Netcom cloud.
KPUA 97-89 UH Hilo over Biola this afternoon. We'll get you the stats here in a moment. First, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is UH Hilo basketball on KPUA.
670 AM KPUA Hilo and 98.5 FM K253CR Hilo, your news, sports, and information source.
How do the Vulcans do it? A couple of things that were critical in UH Hilo's success. 13 made threes this afternoon, shooting 46%. They go 13 of 28. Shooting just under 51%, 31 of 61. But really did overcome a few things. One, they overcame a hot shooting second half for the Eagles. Biola shot 69% in the second half. They only missed 9 shots. Went 20 of 29. I don't recall ever seeing a half like that. But the Vulcans stayed true to what they were, kept knocking down the three-point shot. UH Hilo went 15 of 15 from the free throw line in the final 20 minutes. Out-rebounded Biola in the second half by 4. Kept the turnover number down 5 in the second half. And for the game, it was 8. That's right. UH Hilo only turned the ball over 8 times. 14 on the Biola end. So it's weird. The team that is the best field goal shooting team in the conference that shot 59% in this game lost. And that doesn't happen all that often. But that's what happened to Biola on this night. 12 of 19 from the free throw line were the Eagles, 7 of 15 from outside the arc. The individual numbers, the Vulcans had 5 in double digits. Darren Williams finishing with 28 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Hit the free throws down the stretch, went 9 of 10. 20 for Donald McHenry, shot 6 of 10 from the floor. Aniwa Tate Jones gets a double-double, another one that's 2 in a row for him because he had 22 and 13 against Holy Names back on Thursday. Tate Jones 17 and 13 to go along with 5 assists and 6 of 13 shooting. 12 for Max Kunert, hit 4 trays, grabbed 5 rebounds. 12 off the bench for Cameron Ing. Critical numbers in his 16 minutes off the bench. That's been so big. Back-to-back double-digit scoring efforts coming off the bench. And you know what? I'm going to give a shout-out to Stephen Hubble because Hubble played 11 minutes, had 3 points, but he had in the second half 2 key offensive rebounds, one that led to an and one, and one that led to another offensive opportunity. Yeah, he only played 11 minutes. Yeah, he doesn't light up the box score, but Hubble, in his time, did the things that he needed to do, and that's the kind of role-playing that every coach looks for, and guys fit a lot of those roles in this game. For Biola, well, Rossal doesn't hit the 30-point number, so that ends the streak at 2, but he does once again get into double digits, finishing up an impressive Hawaii trip. He scores 27 tonight with 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Perfect from the three-point line, 4 of 4, 9 of 14 from the field. 22 for Alex Wright, 18 in the second half, 8 of 13 shooting, 8 rebounds for Wright, and 17 for Michael Bagatorian, 13 of that in the second half. 8 of 12 shooting, 4 boards, 3 dimes for Bagatorian in his 33 minutes. So really, the scene sets this way. The conference kind of shakes up at the top with Academy of Art now at 5-1, UH Hilo at 4-1, Biola at 5-2, and Azusa Pacific at 3-1. And, I think you can put Biola behind that based on percentage. And remember, winning percentage is the most important here in the conference because not everybody's going to be able to play an equal amount of games. But that makes the next stretch here for UH Hilo really important because what comes up for UH Hilo? Academy of Art on Thursday, and then the Vulcans have a pretty big road trip starting January 22nd, and that starts with Azusa Pacific for an afternoon game there at APU. Our final score one more time, 97-89. This has been the UH Hilo postgame report, courtesy of Iona Car Sales, where they say I own a car, and you say too, I own a car from Iona Car Sales. For studio operator David Hale, for GM Chris Leonard, for our great crew here on site and in studio, I'm Josh Pacheco. Good afternoon from the Afuchinen Civic Auditorium. Your final one more time, Vulcans 97 and Biola 89. You've been listening to UH Hilo basketball on KPUA. So long until Thursday.
You've been listening to UH Hilo Vulcan Basketball, brought to you by Hilo Brokers, Iona Car Sales, Business Insurance Services, and Lex Brody's Tires. The preceding contest has been an exclusive sports presentation of the University of Hawaii at Hilo and 670 AM KPUA and 98.5 KPUA FM Hilo.